I said, do you guys remember in high school when Anthony was going around killing people? Like everybody.
How was the objective?
Dude, but it wasn't though, because it wasn't a game yet. The game hadn't been invented. Nobody had like it was just Anthony. I remember specifically being at the pool. And it was like for like right before school started or whatever, just like for the FBLA swim thing.
Yeah,
And
some bullshit.
Anthony, we were all standing out at the front after it was over, and Anthony was just like, "Hey, check this out." And he walks up to this group of people. There was like 9 of them there, and he just starts karate chopping them in the back of the neck, going, "Ha, you be dead." And then he goes to the next guy, and he's like, "Ha, you be dead." And then because we played ninja so much, it eventually became this thing that like I don't. Anthony started it, I swear, and it just molded into this game that we would just go around touching people and telling them that they'd be dead because they didn't defend themselves against us.
Wait, what the fuck are you
So
talking about?
we have contrarian beliefs on how this game originated because
Okay.
we talked about this in an earlier episode.
Oh, fuck.
Upon that it started at the bridge. The location is pretty agreed on, but the how abouts is where we differed.
We had a pretty big lag
Okay.
there too, so I don't
Well,
know.
here's
I don't know what the
here's
fuck's
what
going
I
on.
here's what I think. So that's the first time I remember the touching somebody and telling them you'd be dead. That was the first instance that first memory I have of it happening. Whether or not we didn't turn it into a game then. That wasn't the game. That was just something Anthony did to a group of people. And I don't know where it went after that, but to me, at that moment, Anthony had created the game You'd Be Dead. Because now it was super fun to go up to people and just like try to touch them in vital spots and tell them that they'd be dead.
So I don't remember this at all. But I agree with Tyler. I started the whole thing. This is
And I don't. I think it all started at the bridge, like we said last time. Pretty sure it
Anthony
was.
doesn't remember it.
I think the "You'd Be Dead" and touching all was in the very beginning, and then it became the game. And like, I don't know.
Did it come just after a game of Ninja where like when somebody got out, they're just like, "Oh, you're dead. Like you're dead now."
Honestly,
it wasn't.
I thought we were at the bridge, and I thought I just like touched somebody, and I said, "Oh, that would like you'd be dead. Like that would kill you if I wanted it to, because I was able to touch you. You would have died if I wanted it to happen." But I also think then I think I was just saying words, and then I think you came up with it, like you and Anthony. I don't know if Anthony was involved at all. But, I think
like why am I even here?
I think Tyler fucking I just think it was like a joint effort to make the game after that. But I also none of us remember, and I think it's like selfish too to like, oh yeah, I came up with it. Fucking.
Well, there was a lot of THC being consumed at that time,
and that's why you don't remember it.
I think that's why we all remember it differently.
It's probably true.
But
I agree. It's at the bridge. It happened at the bridge. Like that's where the game was invented. I'll agree with that. That was at the bridge. But the first time somebody died from the hands of Anthony was at the pool. And it was like 9 people. It was not a small group of people. It was like there was a group outside that Anthony just walked around and murdered every single one of them, and they knew that they were dead.
I'm not gonna say that never happened.
Should we explain the rules of the game as to why? Like, does somebody want to explain the rules?
Our religious listeners know.
Okay, well, good.
Well, definitely, we can talk about it later.
As I say, I just like we want to spread the game out as much as possible. If anything comes out of this, God damn it, the whole world better know about You Be Dead.
Well, this could take on a whole new a new meaning of like, hey, I'm gonna fucking like kill the Pope. Fucking
dude, imagine. You'd Be Dead is a super popular podcast, and the game is just like all these kids at school are playing this game, and we get to watch a video on the internet of some guy shaking the president's hand, going, and
Yes.
and we can know that it started at our high school.
I think you had to have pretty big cojones to use the word "you" and "dead" around a bunch of Secret Service people.
But
but
they would get it. They're all listeners.
yeah, they're gonna. The president will be listening at that time. Like, let's like the president's gonna go shake Putin's hand and be like, "Hey, you'd be dead."
Dude, spanning continents now. That's
Yeah,
insane.
it's gonna go global. Like, this is what war will have turned into.
Yeah, everybody just on a battlefield trying not to touch each other.
Oh fuck!
Watch out for
You'd be dead. God damn.
There's gonna be legends of this ultimate kill.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
like history happens, right? So like thousands of years pass by, and they're just like going over all these old archives of things that happened in the early 21st century, and they're like, there's this game that came on. It's like it seems like that the people had the power to murder each other with just the tips of their fingers.
Yeah, gods.
They were literal gods. Like, we don't have anything on them.
So, if this were to become what war actually turns into, and people die, or well, this is how wars are won and lands are taken over, we'll be considered pretty high up in the military rankings, I would assume. But Scott's going to be our driver because he can't play the game.
I mean, there were some rules that never really got quite set in stone, that never really made it in, with the whole like, you can be a wizard, but you can't really be a wizard because you got to be dead to be a wizard, but you're dead, so you have like that box checked, but you're dead, so you can't.
The way that always started for me, and I always left it at this and didn't ask any questions, was Scott's a wizard, but there are no wizards.
Yeah,
There's no fucking wizards. But Scott's the wizard.
I like that. We didn't, like you said, we didn't set it in stone, but I think that it's the legend. It's just, there's no wizards in the game. You can't become a wizard. Or no, it's not that there's no wizards in the game. There aren't no wizards in the game, and you can't become a wizard.
No, we don't know any. I don't know any wizards, but I do know that in order to become a wizard, you have to die.
Being a dead wizard, being the only dead wizard I know is the only thing that keeps me going, knowing that you guys have so much fun playing this.
Scott's like the special officer that fucking gets a gold sticker instead of a badge. Because I mean, he's not a cop, but he's a cop, I guess. Scott's not a wizard. But,
I just watch.
He's a wizard.
I'm the advisor.
Oh, guys, if only I remember. I'll never forget it. Got to college, and Anthony had already been in college. He'd been there a year before me, so it's possible that the game could have spread by his hand there too. But I was at college, and I was at a party, I think. I might have even been at a party in fucking Crete at Castle.
Okay.
I swear to God. And I'm not going to use full names here, but you all know what I'm talking about when I
use
say
full
Colt.
middle names.
When I say Colt. Colt, we were all in a kitchen, and I think I walked by Anthony, and I just like said it to him. And this kid just looks at me, and he's like, "What'd you just do?" And I was like, "I killed him. He'd be dead." And he goes, and he just like, "I've no way you know that game." And I was like, "What do you mean I don't know this game?" And he was like, I played that at like some high school camp thing that he was at, like a high school, like all the schools came together and they did something, like whether it was music related, choir related, whatever it was. And he played it with a bunch of people, and he knew about the game of You'd Be Dead. And it was just like this moment where I was just like, life is complete. Like, our game just like is crossing the state, and we didn't even intend for that to happen. We didn't even mean for it to go through the school the way it did.
Yeah, but it ascended. We created something that got out of our control real fast.
I know. It got so far out of our control that we had to permanently kill people from the game, Scott.
No, I had the same. I had the same memory at the castle. I heard people playing it, and I just got super happy. But I remember your story too about talk to you about how you didn't even know about it.
You guys need to hash out some stuff here, man.
Yeah, Tyler, what the fuck? Were you scared? I know you were scared, but like, why were you so scared? What'd you think at the time?
I was terrified that. Okay. Because Scott would just walk up to me. Like we'd be in Woods class. And Scott would just walk up to me and stand there and just like stand there. And I'm like, what's up, Scott? And he would like put his hand up and then go, no. I was just terrified that I was like, at any moment, I could be out of this game. I was like, at any moment, Scott could just kill me. And we got like, it went on for like 2 or 3 days before I was in shop class. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've got like my anxiety's through the roof. Scott's going to kill me. I was like, I have to, if I want to play this game, I have to kill Scott before he kills me. So I walked up to him. I go, and I just look at him and I poke him. And he looks at me and he just, you can see it in his eyes. He's just like, there's no way you're about to do this. And I was like, you'd be dead. And he, like, he's got a wooden project, throws it on the ground and walks out. And fucking teacher comes in and he's like, what's going on? I hear Scott's like, no, you don't understand. Like, fuck that guy. Something like that.
Dude.
Well, it almost sounds like I have it coming if I was doing that, but I don't think I was. I mean, I don't know how much I was fucking with you and making your anxiety go up. Because if that's the case, I might have to forgive you a little bit. But I just think
the thing is,
use your words.
We have 2 different perspectives here. One's a victim, one's the assassin. And this whole time, I can't even like weigh in on being like, well, Scott, you were kind of doing that because 1, I didn't have that shop class with you, but 2, I was just apparently very stupidly and naively trusting like, oh, they would never use it on me. And so I'm actually scouting out enemies. I killed the German, doing America's work, and you guys are over here waging war on each other. Fell apart on the inside.
Yeah,
it was all the guerrilla warfare.
I should have been wary of you guys the whole time, and I just didn't even consider it.
Well, I think I was in your boat. I think I was probably fucking with Tyler more than I should have, and but still in my heart, knowing that I would never do it and knowing he would never do it, I guess. But I must have been just fucking with him a little too hard. I don't know.
We took it a little too far one day.
It was 3 days of Scott, like, and it was like you could always see him just giggling and just like laughing about it because it was the idea of killing each other that was like so enticing, right? Just like that idea of like, I could kill my friend from this game that we made. And
I guess
Scott,
I'm not there.
Scott killed me, man. Or he was gonna kill me.
I wasn't going to.
Because I know, because you told me later that you had a plan for your kill, and I wasted mine on Scott.
I just don't think I was fucking with you that hard. I think maybe I fucked with you once or twice. It wasn't 3 days, and you took it a little far, man.
Dude, I didn't mean to take it that far. I didn't mean to.
I forgive you.
We tried to bring you back to life, and we all agreed that it was just like, no, this is like, we can't just do that because who are we if we just do that?
Yeah, you know? we don't just get to come and go as we please in this game. Like that's.
But if You Be Dead does span the world and armies are playing it, and it's the way wars are waged, do you think that? Because like in the game, after you kind of forget that you died, you like come back to life to play the game again. Does that happen on the battlefield, or does everybody like fuck? Like they rip off their tag, they're like, I'm dead.
It's gotta come back, but then when it's all happening all around you, people are dying all the time, and then they're just like walking home or something. Like, at one point, do you actually forget that you died when it's happening all around you?
Yeah, because that's the rule, right? Like you forget, and that's the next time you can.
You guys, I'll just leave. You guys have this talk.
It's like a moment's notice. Like when you in the moment, like when you forget about like being dead, like you come back to life. It's not like a set in stone time. Like you just have to forget that it happened. Like, and that's kind of like, and when you both kind of forget about it, you kind of know. You just know when the game flips back on. Just know. I don't know. Like I can't describe it.
Well, that's also like that goes along with the leniency of this rules because if there's people dying all around you on the battlefield, I'm not fucking thinking about when they can kill people again.
Oh, it's backwards, dude.
Are you sure?
No, it's not backwards.
Oh, cool.
I have noticed that when you do that, when we're recording, I can see everything like normally as if I was sitting in the room looking at you. But when you upload it, it's reversed. It's swapped.
Oh, so it is backwards. It will be.
Yeah, it will be. It's not yet. In the future, this will be backwards.
I
I was
mean, is it
gonna
forwards though?
Bob gave me this, just some beer.
Aren't we backwards right now and forwards when we record?
see. We are recording, but Scott, I was gonna ask you, how was Omaha? What you guys get up to?
Nothing. Just hung out at Bob's house with his kid and his girlfriend. With
When
her
did you go to Omaha?
his girlfriend and her kid. Um Last night, or let me think, 2 nights ago, I was in Fargo for work and it got snowy and I couldn't make it back home. And I'm working in Sioux Falls this week. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drive the extra 3 hours and go to Omaha and see Bob. Because I had all
Yeah,
day
we were
Saturday.
supposed to go to Bob. We were supposed to go to Bob's. That he texted me on Saturday night saying that he had to go to Denver, going to be available to hang out. Summer and I were supposed to go up. We were supposed to go like hang out, possibly stay the night, like
Well,
and
when?
just kind of. That was just, I swear, just last weekend.
Hmm. Yeah.
And Zion State basketball this weekend.
Ooh, state basketball. Nice.
Yep. I mean, I
Oh, did
didn't.
DTS win?
No, they got third.
God damn it! I was kind of my father-in-law went to every game, every
Yeah,
fucking game that he could. He loves it. He just went up there and
dude,
uh
dude. I swear
so
to God, they were so impressive.
so dude, crazy fucking kind of small world
God.
deal. So Jordan, her grandpa owns a house in Stratton, and they go um like down there and they'll stay at this house in Stratton and go to the lake and stuff and in the summer and whatnot. But I mean, nobody lives there. They just own it and then go down there. But their neighbor is, I think, the Latta kid that
Yep.
have the record for interceptions this year.
Yep.
Um, he and so Jay was there with my father-in-law was there with her grandpa, like watching those, that game, and they kept me updated on those. But I didn't hear how they actually finished up.
Dude, they were super impressive to watch. Like in the game, so Maywood Hayes Center has beaten them twice to three times already this year. And so they played them for the third and fourth place game. And within the first quarter, Maywood had a alley oop dunk. And
Jesus.
yep. And then it was just, I mean, they were down by like 12 when I walked in. I took my lunch break and then just went in to the gym. Like I clocked
Hmm.
out for lunch at like 11 o'clock in the morning and went to the gym to go watch the game. And so, worth it, totally worth it. And I like it was, dude, Scott, like, I know Anthony, you didn't play on the basketball team, but like this, like, they probably would have kicked the shit out of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just so much fun, and it's state to like just watch that high level play. Like I don't think we were ever at that level.
No, I don't. I
Not
mean,
me.
maybe
I mean, I was a starter and I wasn't that level.
no. I mean, maybe it just depended on the day, but no, dude, not where these kids were. Like their passes were kind of shit, but every single time they made the pass, you could tell it was like it was an open, good look. That's the way it should have been done, and they just threw it a little too far forward or too high or whatever it was. But it was like the right way. It was the right decision.
Well, I think the people at state, they like understand the game. Like when you just watch on TV and you're like, oh yeah, I understand the game. Like these kids actually, when they're playing, they actually understand the game, and I just wasn't there. I don't think most
Full
of.
court defense, man. Full court defense. Theirs was like because we always had issues with it. Their full court defense was seriously like the most impressive thing
Just
I to
buttoned
watch
up.
because it was
Yeah.
just layups. I mean, they were stealing passes. They would make it look like this guy was open, and as soon as the ball left the hands, they're just there, and they just catch it layup. And they did it like 6 to 7 times, and it was like the only way they scored. They were terrible outside shooters, really. A couple kids hit some threes, but not a lot. And but their layups just were insane. It was great. It was awesome. So that's what I did this weekend. I didn't have. I mean, I worked, but I was able to
First game went
just.
into double overtime, which is pretty
Yep.
fucking cool.
Yes, it did, and I thought they were going to lose it too. They outscored them 18-8 in that quarter to be able to come back
Okay.
and tie it.
I was gonna say because in the fourth
Nice.
quarter, going into the fourth quarter, they were down.
Yep,
So
down by like 12, I think.
yeah, so that's pretty fucking cool. But I want to go like Jordan's dad just getting so excited about it now gets me like, okay, dude, I'll go fucking. I don't really give a shit about basketball, but I agree with Scott. Like state, State like anything. I went to Matthew,
Yep.
Johnny and Cindy's son. He made state swim this year, and so I went up. Jordan and I went up and watched the second day, and like state swim is even fun. I don't know shit about swimming. I really don't give a shit about swimming, but just state was fun.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
wrestling.
because you see the best.
I bet state wrestling would be sweet. I don't know. There's something about because then it's just two guys. The whole arena is just watching these two guys or three guys,
Scott-
three wrestlers.
Scott would love the event where everybody's in an arena watching two guys manhandle.
I like to be on the
That would
same
be-
page. We're all looking at the same thing. We all got
Oh,
the
yeah.
same attraction going.
Speaking of being on the same page, so I wanted to do this. I've got a couple things I wanted to try tonight with you guys. If they don't work, they don't work. Dude, no, this is like I'm gonna put us all on the same page right now. Right? So you both have to give me an answer to this question.
Okay.
Supermodel, right? It doesn't have to be like, I'm not gonna say like blonde or brunette. I'm gonna say you're like 10 of 10. Can't be Jordan, Anthony. You gotta like if Jordan doesn't exist in this scenario. So
Okay.
it's a 10 of 10, just like it is everything you could have ever wanted. Like she supports you and you're able to like just follow your dreams and there's enough money. I'm like, don't have to worry about anything, nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So you got all that in your mind?
Yep.
Yeah.
All of her clothes, every single piece of clothing that this woman owns is shit stained. Every single piece of clothing.
Ooh.
There's
Okay.
not one. Not her socks, her underwear, everything. Her
Okay,
bed sheets.
but here's the thing. So she's super supportive. I'm probably if we created this scenario and she's like my dream girl, whatever, then I obviously am smart enough to realize that she's fucking perfect.
Yep.
So I think I'm saying I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna because I love her. I obviously love her.
Okay.
So
I mean, yeah. And like, I mean, when like you look at her clothes and you know that that's a shit stain. So when other people look at her clothes, they know that's a shit stain.
Man,
if she
that's a good
wasn't
question.
if she wasn't the perfect like ideal in every way, shape, or form, if there was one fraction of a thing that wasn't there, then no, she's out the door.
But so that one fraction couldn't possibly be her shit stained clothes.
Well, then she's not perfect. She's not.
Just that one fraction, and then shit stained clothes doesn't make up enough of that fraction. So
I mean, she can do her own laundry.
I mean, it's not going to wash out.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have to touch them. That's what matters.
2 washing
But
machines.
okay,
Scott, what about you?
Well, I mean, I gotta go with Anthony. The same thing, only because if you had your everything you ever wanted in a partner, I mean, you could just like go fuck off and live in the wilderness and like pursue your dreams and like you don't have to like be presenting yourselves everywhere.
yeah.
I didn't say you had to do that. That is true. You do not
I
have to be seen
mean,
in
I
public
can get
with this
over
woman.
it. I'm not trying to like. I think I could probably get over it as long as you can wash your hands, you can wash your face and everything. Your body can be clean. You can be hygienic.
I was gonna ask if you're like making sweet love to her. Is there shit stain in her butt crack?
I mean, like,
It has
you
to
know it's
be.
in her clothes, so you know that her butthole is like darker than what it would normally be if, like, if she had proper hygiene.
Well,
But obviously something's wrong with her. Maybe she just doesn't wipe. Maybe
she air dries.
And then does it smell like
See,
shit?
I thought
stain?
about putting the smell in there, but I was like, if it stunk really bad, I don't think anybody would. Like, if it was really that bad,
Yeah, see,
like,
that's a fraction. That's the fraction for me.
okay.
That's
But
Yeah,
knowing that
because
there's shit stains on their clothes isn't enough.
no, but if
Just
it
a-
smells, then
Hear that, ladies? No, I would definitely agree. I agree. It's like if my wife's clothes all had shit stains on, I'd still be with her because It's not enough. It's not big enough of a fraction.
It's not. It's not even. You can't even call it a fraction.
Yeah, it's barely there. It's barely even. It's like
Barely there.
a 0.0000001% or something.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
and then
none
when
of us
you are
have
home-
shit fetishes. This is all.
When you are home, you can turn the light off, so you don't even have to see it.
Yeah.
That's
Well, the other thing is too, if you guys just move to a nudist colony, then she doesn't have any clothes, and she can't have shit stains except for probably in her ass. But even then, it'd probably be cleaner.
man. But like you said, she's the perfect ideal woman, and so it's like the perfect ideal woman doesn't have shit stains. So.
Yeah, but this one does.
That's her one thing.
Yeah, that's like the one problem that she has. I
I'm
mean,
probably
But
I'm gonna
it
accept
also
her.
like if she's got like shit in her built up in her ass, it depends on how much. Like that might be a deal breaker too.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So she's a perfect woman in every way, shape, or form. Except every time she goes to the bathroom, she breaks the toilet. and I mean every single bathroom she goes into. You guys are at a nice restaurant. You took her out to eat. She goes into the restroom, and it's like your first date, and she takes such a big shit that it breaks the toilet, and it starts to flood the restaurant. Everybody has to leave, and she's just like, "Oh God, I didn't know. I just sat on it, and it just blew up." and
That's I can't do it
Next
because
time
one,
becoming a plumber.
well, yeah, one, I don't want to marry a construction worker, but two, like
That's good.
I'm not going to be able to afford to replace a toilet 3 times a day or how often she's using it.
Yeah, get
well,
good at running.
if you got 3 toilets in your house, you should have 3 days worth of no broken toilets, or you could just send her to your friend's house every time.
I'll just give her. What if I make her shit in a bucket outside? Would she break the bucket?
I mean, yeah, probably. Well, no, because the bucket doesn't have to flush. Like she breaks the
Yeah.
toilet every time she flushes it. Like, because then it's like I don't know how it would work, but when it tries to squeeze its way through the pipes, it just breaks.
Does not compute.
A solid
Yeah.
shit.
So, but I mean, what are you gonna do with that bucket when you're done? It's not like you can flush it down the toilet.
You have a wheelbarrow,
Well,
and then you at the end of the week you go and take it to this alley.
Well, Scott likes to have a garden. He could use some compost and fertilizer.
Dude, I
It's a
would.
lot.
I'm gonna have a compost pile that's near my house and a compost pile that's not near my house.
It's gonna be sitting right next to your wife's separate home that you guys keep her at. It's that way. I think Anthony's
Just
trying to
have an
switch to his
outhouse,
computer.
dude. Just have an outhouse.
You could. You totally could. That would be definitely doable or possible.
But she'd probably break that too, bitch.
Did you switch to your computer?
Sorry, my computer's on now.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I can tell now the difference between your phone and that mic. But okay, so I did have one other thing that I wanted to pitch to you because I thought it would be fun. It may be a little
Go
more
ahead.
difficult, a little beyond what we might be able to do. But so for this game, Anthony, you're gonna have to one of you will have to mute so you can't hear what I'm telling the other. One of you can hear both sides of it, but the other one can only hear one side of it. So it's going to be like an improv thing, right? So Anthony, I'm going to make Anthony. You're going to be the guy that only hears one side.
Okay.
Okay. So Anthony, you just got out of surgery. Okay. You were diagnosed with cancer in your penis. Okay.
Tumors.
And you had a tumor in your penis. It was very severe. Doctors, they analyzed it for months and they said, you know what, we got to send you in surgery. You got to the hospital. The surgeon's like, yep, put you under. And then you woke up. You just woke up and you're in the hospital. And then there's a doctor. Okay.
Okay.
Turn off mute us so you can't hear us.
Okay.
Okay.
So she
And then
can't.
are we good? Put your thumbs up when you're good.
Good.
Wait, yeah, so I can hear. I'm good. Just Anthony.
Yep. Scott's gonna be the only one that hears this.
We got to figure out how to mute you.
Because this is.
Can I mute you, or do you guys have to mute yourselves?
No, because we mute ourselves and I can't talk to Scott.
No, you can just deafen or not deafen or is that what that is? I don't know. I don't know
Just
what
turn
deafen
down
means.
the volume on your computer or something. Turn off, like, take
Oh
out your
yeah,
headphones.
I'll just turn down the volume on my computer. That was dumb.
Okay, so Scott, you're the doctor, and and you have to tell Anthony, who just got out of this surgery, that you've got good news and you've got bad news. The good news is Anthony doesn't have cancer. The bad news is you cut off his dick and there was no cancer in it. And you have to tell him this bad news in the most light way possible to a guy that just got his dick cut off that didn't need to be cut off.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So, Anthony, you can turn up your volume.
Anthony, turn your
up
volume up. Anthony.
We ruined it. We ruined the game.
Turn your
Anthony's
shit
never gonna be able
up.
to turn it up. God damn it. Turn your volume up. Can you hear us again?
Turn your volume.
He doesn't have his headphones in.
I'm back.
Okay, you're back. You're back. Okay.
Oh god, I should have been preparing
Anthony,
more.
I know you should have been thinking about this. So Anthony, remember,
I think it's
you're a
best just
patient.
not to think about it.
This is an improv conversation between patient and a doctor. Hey, Anthony, you're the patient. Scott, you're the doctor.
Dear God.
Now
So
you're gonna start it.
you came in here for your cancer penis, and things are good. You don't have cancer. Got it out, or you're good. We had to take your penis off. We had to make sure that there was no cancer in it, and so your penis isn't attached to your body currently. I know you were expecting this, probably. We thought we were gonna just cut the tumors out. We had to take the whole thing off to make a thorough check. And the good news is you don't have cancer, and you never had cancer.
That's not good news.
Well, the only way we could be sure is if we thoroughly checked your penis with the machine, and the machine kind of needs to be the penis to be detached. So it's a new machine.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are
It's
we in a
modern
fucking
medicine.
third world country here? All right. I've got some questions. Well, one, I'm gonna get my fucking lawyer. But two, is it gonna be able to be put back on?
Oh no, it's like a shredder what we use. We gotta make sure we gotta make sure that there's no cancer in there, or then there could be cancer in your balls or somewhere else. So
Okay. You guys are gonna make me so rich,
why?
but because you didn't know you cut off my dick for no reason.
No, we were making sure you didn't have cancer in it.
You told me I had cancer.
No,
The reason I'm here
technically-
is 'cause-
Hey, whoa. I'm going to interject. Scott, you were not the guy who diagnosed Anthony with cancer. You're just the guy who performed the surgery.
Yeah, that's true. That was a different hospital. And those guys need to get their shit together. I'd sue them. You came here wanting your dick cut off.
Oh, don't worry. I'm suing them also. But I'm going to sue this hospital for incompetence because they clearly don't check things. Some random doctor just said, "Hey, this guy needs his penis cut off because he has cancer." And you say, "Done." And you cut my penis off, shredded it, and I never even had cancer. And then you had the audacity to say, "Hey, good news. You never had cancer."
Yeah, that was a slip up.
Which part? The good news if they're cutting the dick off.
The good news is you don't have cancer. The other good news is your dick's not attached to your body.
Well,
Oh my god.
now
Sorry.
here's the
I
thing.
probably failed
If we
that.
had- I was thinking we had some modern medicine, but clearly, like, I was wrong. We just got to put dicks and shredders to find out if there's cancer.
You chose this hospital.
No, but I don't know. I distinctly remember somebody saying at the beginning of this journey for me that I had to go into the hospital for my cancer dick. Like that was like I pretty much they took control, you know?
Yeah, there's really only one way. You got to make. I mean, the X-rays could say you have cancer, but then how are you gonna like get the cancer out without cutting the penis off? Like,
Good question.
Well, that's you're right. I don't have a way around that, but I didn't go to medical school. And
Yeah,
so but here's the thing. Do we have the ability to connect nerve endings?
probably.
not here.
Because if so, just build me 3D print me a bigger dick and throw some nerve endings in it and I'll be okay with it.
I
No,
mean,
we
if
just cut
that's
them
if
off. You go somewhere else for that.
okay. So the whole point of this game is I thought about this like difficult conversations to have with somebody. There's every conversation you're like, man, I really don't want to fucking talk about this with this person. Like any type of situation like that, and you make two people in the group, one of each participant in that conversation. So you guys could think of a million different scenarios in which two people have to have a conversation, and it has to be like, I mean, it can be a lovey-dovey one too, I guess, but like it's more funny when it's like, you know, boss needs to go fire his secretary because the secretary slept with his wife or something. Just like anything like of those like scenarios that wouldn't make a lot of sense or something that's really difficult to do. And obviously, surgeons is like if you had to tell somebody that you cut off their penis and they didn't need to have it cut off, that's pretty out there.
God
And
damn it.
I should have started with okay. First off, surgeon technology is on point today. X-ray technology, not so much.
Good news. You don't have cancer and you never did.
that's the name of the episode.
You don't have cancer and you never did.
Good one.
God damn it. That's fucking awesome.
I was telling Scott this too before we got on here. I'm trying not to have too many conversations with Scott or before the show. We can't really talk to each other a ton because then there's no content for us to put
Fuck, I've
on.
never talked to you once.
That's gonna be difficult. We talk all the time, dude.
No, right? Almost every week or so.
Who the fuck is this guy?
We're not. Fuck. I'm surprised we have any content right now.
I mean, dude. When I found out about this coming back on, like when you guys, like when I got the message that said, "Hey, dude, you should jump on the podcast," you guys were on episode 6 already.
That's what we do.
We're
dude.
not great at communicating. That's a fact.
That's okay. I'm just happy to be here. But because like this is, I want to make this. We'll get a. Oh, just give us some time, guys who listen to this show. We're gonna get more consistent. We're gonna have times that we do it. We'll upload consistently. We'll put out some shows, and you guys will get a piece of whatever the fuck we're doing here. And I hope you like it because
And by
it's
episode
fun.
35, we're gonna be a whole nother podcast.
If we have 10 listeners by episode 35, I'm considering that a win.
And not different.
We have 16 followers on Spotify, and we've have over 200 plays.
How many of those people are like family members and shit?
That I don't know, but our audience size for plays is the United States, the UK, and we have less than 1% in Nigeria. So shout out to Nigeria. What?
Dude, I hope that
Spread
they
you
like.
be dead over there.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, don't actually. I mean, I know you guys got shit over that could probably kill you, like malaria or some shit. So like, this is a lot more lighthearted.
Yeah, because they're purposely
It'll give
spreading
you
malaria.
something else to do.
Yeah, it'll take your mind off things for a little bit.
It's so bad. No, but it's okay. I saw this news story, and this is recently in Cincinnati, right? Of all the places in Cincinnati, there was a wildcat found in the city. Can you guess what they found in its system?
A baby.
In a city.
It was found in Cincinnati.
We're just gonna say
Wait, in its
acid.
system, as in its stomach?
As in, yeah, like in its, yeah, like maybe not in its stomach, but like in its system, like in its blood.
I'm just gonna go with acid.
Meth.
It's a good.
I mean, you're getting close.
Well, cocaine bear season
Drones?
is here.
It's the cocaine wildcat.
Nice. Good for
this
him.
is a real deal. So it was a spotted. It was a leopard that was spotted in a tree in the division of Cincinnati Animal Care.
Oh, so it was like an
Like-
escaped zoo animal, or
No, they called in some experts. Credentials include working with the Tiger King, like to prove that he's a guy that knows his shit about tigers. Even though this isn't a tiger, I don't know why they needed that one. This is just a cat, and big-eared wildcat that's native to the sub-Saharan Africa and illegal to own in Ohio. So somebody owned this animal and it escaped,
and had a lot of
it
cocaine.
had
in it.
cocaine in its system. Why did they test the wildcat for narcotics? Who fucking knows? They love wasting taxpayer dollars on something, and that better. I mean, like, you find this wildcat, you're like, man, I wonder if he's on drugs. Like, are we
I'm not
hitting him
oppo-
with the substance abuse or what?
I'm not against it. I'm not against, like, dude, test every animal for drugs. If we're gonna be locked up for it, maybe they should be too. You know.
Oh, so I guess so they even give you the answer into this. So why did the shelter test this wildcat for drugs in the first place? Because of a monkey named Neo. Neo tested positive for amphetamines last year. In a safely and undisclosed location, he got recovery for his addictions. Jesus, we're like
Addiction.
animals are, dude, this is the evolution of animals. Oh my
Yep.
God.
It's
Like,
hard
starts
on
with
the streets
drugs.
for a monkey, all right?
Dude, imagine the movie when, like, right now we've got Cocaine Bear. Soon we're gonna have mushroom monkeys, and it's just gonna be like a video of monkeys turning into humans.
Or like a monkey in
Yes.
a halfway house.
If it's mushrooms, they'll just become sentient, or they'll become humans, and
Yeah,
they're gonna be like,
Yeah, I'm
"Fuck,
thinking more like
I gotta go to
cocaine.
work."
monkeys have amphetamines in their system to keep them awake longer because they're doing all our what do monkeys
Taxes.
do for us? They're busy getting tested on. Got to keep them awake so we can run more tests on them.
Oh my god, do you imagine we have monkeys on amphetamines that are doing all our work for us in the future? That's what's up.
I mean,
Is that the same as slave labor?
no. I mean, yeah,
It's
but
probably
no.
worse. I mean, it's like if we have robots, it's worse than robots for sure.
I agree with that. It's definitely worse than robots.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I just
I mean,
want
I mean, the cut.
just want a monkey pal to do cocaine with and carry all my shit.
And that's all that guy wanted. He just wanted a nice big cat that he could fucking feed cocaine to, and they could go and do gnarly shit. Dude, they probably were like writing a sitcom or a like kids television show or something like that, and that's how they got to that point.
The only way this leopard will let me hang out with it is if it's on cocaine.
It's- he keeps telling me that I got to get him more, but like I only have so much money, and he's not paying anything.
I mean, I guess it's a leopard, so it can't work. But Charlie and his cocaine cougar would be a great sitcom.
Charlie and his cocaine cougar.
He can act as a cougar. He's a
That
good
shit
actor.
writes itself.
Yeah. Fuck, they're all acting on those shows. He could be a cougar.
This shit definitely writes itself. Like cocaine cougar.
How do I sound? Because I'm on my computer now with my mic.
I think you sound good.
You
I
sound
think
good.
You sound good.
Go on.
I mean, you sound good. Like you sound.
Your
good.
mustache is better than mine. I keep eating the edges,
Dude.
and they're getting thinner and thinner.
Yeah. I gotta shave. I'm getting that stubble in
Dude.
like sandpaper.
I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna shave it off. I'm just gonna do it.
Your mustache?
Yeah, I think so. I got drinking and partying to do here in Sioux Falls, so I don't know. I would keep it. I would keep it if it wasn't all chewed up. It's like not even.
That's like sitting there chewing his mustache. Man, I hate that my mustache is chewed up and I'm gonna have to shave it.
No, I need to. Summer and I were talking. There's a concert in Denver, in September somewhere, September or August. I think it's Summer's birthday. In September or August, that is Electric Callboy, and it's at the Fillmore in Denver, right? But we're gonna go, and I'm like hair long, might even like cut it up to make it look good, like just a mustache. Gonna go decked out in some costume gear, and you guys should definitely join.
I don't think I'll make that one. When is it?
What month is it? Yeah.
September. I can look it up and send you guys some stuff afterward, but it's like it's September 3rd.
Probably not. But that when you were young, I keep getting text messages about that when you were young concert, and
I know, and I
Yeah.
keep telling them to stop sending me that
Yeah.
shit because I don't want to I don't want to spend $700 for a ticket to go
No.
watch somebody play for 30 minutes. Like,
Avril
is the-
Lavigne won't even date me. I guarantee it.
Dude,
Dude,
and that
did you hear Avril Lavigne is dating?
Oh, so you're saying there's a chance?
Dude, there's a big chance. Yeah.
Oh,
Hang on. I can't
my
I
life
just
has
saw
purpose
this.
again.
I feel like I
just
did
saw-
hear about this.
What?
Avril Lavigne's
Explain
new-
yourself, Tyler or Anthony, somebody.
Hang on, I am
Hold-
right now.
hold-
I am.
Because I feel like you and I talked about this once, but I can't remember who it was.
No, this is
Tell me
Pete
it's
Davidson.
tell me it's Darius Rucker.
no. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
well,
she's dating Tyga.
Oh,
That's
I don't
who-
think that's
Tyga.
a shitty person that I can compete with.
I mean, if you had money, you and Tyga are like on the exact same level.
What does that
I don't know.
mean? Isn't
Tyga's done
Tyga
a music
musician?
video with Doja.
Tyga is a musician. He's a rapper that we like obviously don't know any of his songs.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know one of his with Doja that Summer showed me.
Oh, okay, well then I probably heard that one, but
He's got some
like,
older stuff.
other than
Keep
that-
it juicy, juicy.
I'm telling you, Scott, that if you met Avril Lavigne tomorrow, you got a shot with her because she's dating Tyga now. And you know who she dated before that? She was dating Mod's son. Like, Scott.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm hope is sky high right now. That was my one goal
Just
as
know,
a
Well,
child.
if you pay $700, you have a chance.
I know she this is why she does it.
Oh, okay, but she's not at that.
It's like a barrier of entry, and everyone who pays the 700, they got a chance.
Is she
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
even
you're
gonna
right.
be at this When We Were Young Festival
She's
2023?
just like, it's just gonna be her sitting in a chair, like waiting, guys just coming out.
Speed dating.
Yeah, hits the bell. Ding. Scott, it's his turn, and he just goes to take 2 steps forward. She just rings the bell right away. Scott, no, but wait, no. Done.
So it doesn't, Scott. You don't even need to go to the 2023 one because Avril Lavigne's not even there.
Oh well, yeah. I guess the text messages. I didn't even really look at the recent ones. I didn't even look to see the names.
I mean, they've got good like Green Day is the headline, and then Blink 182 is the other headliner.
I think I did look.
Good
at the names.
Charlotte.
They
Pierce the
ooh,
Veil.
I would pay to
Rise
see
Against-
Blink 182 again now, though, because I got Tom DeLonge back.
It's true. That is true. It would be fun because I hope they'd only play old stuff too. I hope they wouldn't be playing a lot of the newer stuff. Just go back to your
Oh,
old hits.
dude, I like it all. The newer stuff is good.
So you say Blink over Good Charlotte?
Have they put out new
Yeah.
stuff since Tom DeLonge has come back?
One song, and it's not that. I didn't think it was that great, but
So I hope that they play old stuff.
no, but their newer stuff with what's his face when Tom was out of it.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad music. I do enjoy that. But like the bands you're gonna want to see if you go is like Good Charlotte, Sum 41, Simple Plan, Yellow Card, Less Than Jake, Bowling for
Mhm.
Soup. That's really, I mean, Pierce the Veil. Apparently, 30 Seconds to Mars is gonna be there because they were always on, the Warp Tour and
Warped
all
Tour.
those old. They weren't like.
What
If
about-
I had to
Mars-
choose right now, I'd pick Good Charlotte, just because, god damn it, I would think they were at Warped Tour or something. It was just my favorite. It's so much nostalgia there.
I'd
Blink
say Simple
182.
Plan,
is what it's at.
Simple Plan, Sum 41, Good Charlotte, and Bowling for Soup. I really like Bowling for Soup because
Yeah, Bowling
their
for Soup
music
is
may not be the greatest, like for most people, but Bowling for Soup has a special place in my heart because of 1985 and Sadie Hawkins Dance. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's a different band. Sorry, I'm an idiot. God, shoot me.
Is
You are self-mutilated.
is Greta gonna be there?
Why would Greta Van Fleet be at the When We Were Young festival?
Because they are still young.
If they were at the When We Were Young festival, then they would just be. They wouldn't. No, that's not the When We Were Young festival. The whole point of this was to be like emo band. Like was supposed to be like the emo kids that would go to Warp Tour in 2005. Like that was what it was supposed to be. At least that's the way I understood it.
Yeah.
Lit will be
I
there.
mean, Pink will be there. Ugh.
Oh, lit. Like,
I thought you said pink. I was like, yeah, get that shit out of here.
no, just like, you know, because they've got random like Reliant K. Like, do they even have music anymore? Like,
I don't know. I only know of one song by Reliant K.
see, and yeah, because that's all they had was like the one song. Gym Class Heroes will be there.
We saw them at Warped Tour a few times.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Those bands are the ones that are supposed to be there, and tickets are supposed to be on sale. But like, I cannot spend that money. Like when we looked up to go to that first one, I had a chance to purchase tickets. Like I was in that line available to be able to do it. And when I saw how much it was going to be, I couldn't pull the trigger on it because it was like just the tickets alone for two people for the 2 days or whatever that it was. It was like $600. That's not including our flight to Vegas and our hotel stay and our like. So it was easily going to be like $2,000, $1,500 for us to be able to go. Just ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
So if you're gonna spend that much, I was thinking about like a festival. You know, you could. I don't know how much those tickets cost, but it'd be sweet
Like
to
what kind of festival?
go to a. I don't know. There's so many. Like, there's got to be a good music festival.
Well, like you can go to some cool EDM festivals on in Europe. Like there's like the Neverland festival that goes on. That's like I don't even maybe that's not even the cool. It's in Belgium and it's huge. It's like 3 days long and it looks like a lot of fun. But it's just EDM music. I would rather go to the one that's like a rock fest or something.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. But an EDM festival would be, dude, that would be a lot of fun.
And
It
if you're
would be. It
spending
would
the
be-
money,
it'd
you
be
just go to
great.
Europe. Like,
That's true.
So last night I was like when Brady comes over, because we'll always end the night like decently drunk and just sitting around watching YouTube video like music videos, just on YouTube. And last night he was like, dude, I gotta show you this song. Or he's like, have you heard it or something? And I don't know if he didn't say the title or what. And so he gets on, and it's what is it? Can You Feel My Heart by Bring Me the
Yeah.
Horizon? And I was like, bro, I saw this shit live, man. That was a concert that Tyler got his shit rocked at.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That was right when that album came out too. Like that
Yeah,
album
they
was
were,
brand new.
yep,
I
Sempiternal
forgot when
was
you
their
got shit rocked. Was it just a?
Um,
I mean, how you just in a circle pit or? No, it was Wall of Death. I fucking don't remember.
it was Bring Me the Horizon, and they started playing Diamonds Aren't Forever, and that's I don't know if they had a Wall of Death going on because I got knocked out before the song started. Like
Hardcore dancer, I
were-
assume.
yeah, it was a hard. I think it was. I was the pit was pretty open, like it was a pretty open area, like just a big hole, and I was trying to like running through it and stuff while they were doing the intro screaming like "We Will Never Sleep," you know, like, and I was just running through it, and I got to the edge and I hit, and then I turned around and all I saw was like a red shirt and just this fist like just goes, and I'm out. Next thing I know, I am being like carried out of the crowd into the medical tent, and I kind of like start coming to, and she's like looking at me, going, "Hey, you know, how many fingers am I holding up? Can you tell me what your name is?" Like all these things, and the only thing I said was, "Can I watch the show from here?" And then just put a little thing at the end, like, "Hey, our thing stopped recording, but thanks
Warped
for
Tour
tuning in
sick.
to thanks for tuning into the UB Dead podcast again." Poop on
Shit.
sticks, blue is a color.
I mean, it was exactly an
Dude.
hour, but
Oh, nice.
we
Well, hang
normally
on. Like, I hope that those listeners that you guys did get in that first thing, like they listen to it and they're like, "Hey, I like what they've got, and it'll get better over time, I assume." And so they're like, hopefully they stick it around and they
leave
that's
them
cool.
wanting more, is what they say.
Yeah, leave
'Cause-
them wanting
So
more.
cut off halfway through our story.
How do I leave
Yeah, like
them wanting
in the
more?
middle.
How to
That
make a
sucks
good? Sorry,
Well,
I was
that
just reading.
fucking
I
sucks.
typed
We just
into Google.
lost a fucking Warped Tour stories, but we'll talk. We'll just have
Yeah,
to
we
talk about
did.
Warped Tour stories again. I mean,
We will. They'll get
And
brought.
we
They'll get
will.
brought up. They'll get brought up. But I was looking up because you so you got to leave them wanting more. So I just Googled because we got to figure out how we're gonna do this. How do I leave them wanting more? And dude, it gives you a list.
wait, are we get...
It's only 7 steps. You gotta.
Let's go.
Too many people don't care about impressions they leave on others. How to make a good
You
impression and make people love you right away. Number 3, smile.
We can keep recording from
We
here.
are.
Like,
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I
Okay.
assume we are.
So I'm like, we can. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up, man.
No, okay,
But-
so I was gonna show you guys this. See this?
What the fuck?
Oh, you got a tech deck?
No, this is not just any tech deck. This is ultra premium tech deck.
Where'd you get that? I didn't even know they still made those.
It's
Ultra-
made of wood, and it's got rubber on the top, like a rubber.
Oh my god.
Grip tape.
Oh, I probably shouldn't show that logo.
Yeah, you can. Let's show all the logos.
Yeah.
You're probably
we're
right,
giving
but,
them-
nice kickflip.
I never used to be able to use them. Like, I'd get them, but I was never able to do any of the cool tricks.
Would you call
Oh,
it
this one you
super
could.
premium?
Yeah, it's ultra premium tech deck collection. It's
Where
got
did you get that?
Barnes and Noble. My wife got it for
Hey.
me.
And it's probably like got
Barnes and Noble.
porcelain wheels or like rubber wheels and all the actual
Yeah,
shit.
they're like grip wheels, and it's got like rubber topping, like what you'd see like on a snowboard, like a snow skateboard. Like it's like grippy, not like sandpaper, but like rubber.
This is the name of the Blink 182 song with Tom DeLonge. Edging. But it's not that great.
Is it only like 30 seconds long?
No,
It should be.
It's actually a song. It's just oh,
That's American.
they have a website.
That's American.
Dude, when I'm driving, that's probably my most quoted Whitest Kids quote
Oh!
is, "Oh, that's American."
That's American. No, did Sam Brown has a it's maybe full at this point, but I saw it a couple days ago. Sam Brown is doing an improv sketch comedy class.
Oh yeah,
You can,
Oh,
he's been doing it and he just started another one, yeah.
yeah, we should all join one. We should
I don't
all
wanna
sign
get
up.
made fun of.
Well,
Dude,
honestly,
no,
it's like
it's Sam Brown, man.
that's our comedy kind of is we always talk about like sketches really. I mean, like that's kind of
Yeah.
what we joke about is always like sketches.
Yeah, like the guy getting his penis cut off. Like that's a sketch. Like
Oh,
I mean, it
dude.
kind of is. It's
Anthony-
Dr. Kyle.
Anthony, I was messing around with Dolly today or a couple days ago, and God, I have some good ones. I don't know if they're worth like showing, but God damn it, it was so much fun. And one of them I was like, okay, a white utility van converted into an RV flying through space, and it got it fucking right. And then I was like, add a little dog in the front seat, and it fucking did it. Like it was perfect.
Oh my
You can just
God.
I was just trying to fuck with like ways you can like talk to it, and I was like, can you just say like, oh, add this here, and it does.
So what's Dolly?
Ooh,
The picture one.
you know, Chat
I wonder if-
GPT.
I wonder if
oh. Like to make the one that you
I
made
wonder
the
if-
sticker with?
No, I was all me. The AI makes it's AI art. That's the Dolly.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I've played around with a couple
Well,
of those, but I didn't pay the money to get
Whatever.
that one.
Oh, I don't know. I've been showing this whole thing, Anthony. I don't know if you been like typing your passwords and email addresses and stuff.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, I can. Yeah,
apparently.
everyone can.
You can see my screen
You
too.
can't- You
Yeah.
can't see my password.
Well,
You
unless
can't see my screen.
as long as you don't have that little thing clicked.
Wait,
No, I
you
don't.
can see.
I don't have.
So like, what did I just type into Google?
No, I can't see your screen. I can see Anthony's screen
Okay.
because he's screen sharing. And if you screen
I
share,
just can't
Oh.
remember my password.
I'm gonna get on my fucking Dolly and look up what. Shit, dude. I also did like a paramotor pilot flying a drone while he's flying a paramotor, and it has no idea what a paramotor is. It's just like a guy sitting in an office chair with like seatbelts on, and like, and,
It's
there's-
awesome.
There's some fucking good ones.
But I'm gonna have to change my password.
Well,
That's annoying.
during this
Okay,
dead air,
well,
I
we
gotta,
don't. I
I'm
don't
gonna
have.
fucking just take up. I gotta say this one thing. So I started composting in my apartment, and now I have
Nice.
now I have gnats, and they're each gnat lays 300 eggs, and their life cycle is about 2 weeks.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So now, and I've been gone for a week,
Ooh.
and I have a giant tub of soil and compost that they breed in, and all my houseplants. So I've been gone for a week, and then I've been buying these chemicals to kill them. I've been researching and buying this stuff to kill them. And they've already arrived at my door. So now on one side of my apartment, and I'm going to be gone another week, so I have 2 weeks to breed in my apartment. And
Whole
just
generation.
millions. And then on the opposite side of my door, I have like 4 boxes from Amazon of like chemicals to kill them all. So like the chemicals are piling up and the bugs are piling up on the other side. It's just hilarious.
It's going to be a big meetup between the chemicals and the net. So Scott, I guess serious question. Answer it only if you're comfortable with it. Did you put your own poop in there?
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't want it to smell. I would if I had it outside. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
was
eat,
just asking.
I would eat food.
Whose poop did you put in there?
I would probably eat food that was grown in my own poop.
I mean, but whose poop did you put in there?
Well, I bought some worms at Petco, and they are
Okay.
pooping a lot. I hope.
Yeah, I hope. What if they're all dead though?
Well, they will after I add all these chemicals to that soil. They're gonna all die.
That's true. Then you're not going to be able to use your soil because it's got all this chemical in it.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It just kills the bugs, and then it's good for the.
He eats vegetables from the store. There's not any difference.
I've been
it's probably.
I've been researching it. This stuff might not even kill the worms. It's just not good for them. I thought I could take each worm that I can find out and like wash them and put them in my tub and then kill them all. But
You could just pull out all the worms before you kill all the gnats. What if you just take
Exactly.
the soil and just like, so the gnats are all like on top of it or like in that first like inch of a layer, right? What if you just like take them and just flip it over
you know
itself,
your
like,
gnats.
and then you can just like flip it like so the bottom of the container is now at the top, and then all the gnats are at the bottom, and then they just die from suffocation.
That'd be sweet, but I doubt it. I don't know, man.
That's a lot of gnats, dude. That's a lot of gnats.
Dude,
So,
there's gonna be
I got my
so
own.
fucking many.
I got my own worm story.
I got my own worm.
Well, while you guys do
story.
this, I'm
Last,
no, yeah, sorry, you do this, and then I'll show you my AI
Okay.
art.
last year, I got a box of night crawlers to go fishing with, and used a few of them. Came home, threw them in the fridge. I found them at the back of the fridge yesterday, and I took. They were all the way at the back. I never even knew they were still in there. Jordan's like, "Yeah." Every time I clean the fridge, I don't know if I'm supposed to keep these. I don't want you to get mad at me for throwing them away. So I was like, "Oh my god!" So I pulled it out and I opened it. The worms weren't moving. They were still slimy, but they were covered in mold.
My God. It's like if you pulled them out and you like let them breathe in the air or gave them just a little bit of water, do you think they would have came back to life, or do you
They
think that
might
they were
have.
dead?
I mean, they might have. They were still like super slimy. They didn't dry out.
I don't know if slimy determines if it's alive or not, but
Well, anytime I've seen a dead worm, they've been dried up.
Okay, let's find out.
You molded some worms. Oh my god.
Yeah. molded some
Well,
worms.
those gnats, they're called fungus gnats. So, you're just breeding
Oh,
their
boy.
food for them.
Yeah, I am. Fuck. But
It's
so are
not-
you. So
Oh yeah. Well, it's actually like soy. It's not even worm fungus. It's like root, like houseplant fungus kind of thing. So it's like a specific thing. I think you're fine with the worms.
no, it's not everything.
Fungus has become a
Um,
big part of my life.
Fungus has become a big part of
Well-
my life. Well, imagine. So, like you said that, because like, have you guys been watching The Last of Us?
Oh yeah, I didn't watch tonight's episode, but
Neither have we. We haven't watched it yet. We'll probably watch it after we get done doing this. But so imagine, like, do you think that that's really that far off that there could be a fungus that could attack humans that way? Because there is like that one mushroom that takes the host over and then like eventually forms to its entire body until it like freezes in space and like where it's at, and then it grows more mushrooms, spores go out, and it happens again. Do you think that's possible? Like to happen to humans?
possible, yeah, but it's just gonna take an evolved form of parasite or whatever.
Yeah. So second question: do you think we can get the fungus that does that to bugs, and we can test it on rats? You think that's illegal?
Well, now you're
I
just
bet no. I
asking
bet
this to scale up to mammals. Like, why would we even do this?
it's well, dude. But you say that, but that's what they fucking do.
Yeah,
That's
it's like,
what
why not?
I mean.
God.
That's the shit that's getting tested on animals is shit that we don't want humans getting, but they're like, well, we gotta know.
Yeah. Lab leak. All right,
Hang on, I'm looking this up. I'm looking this
Are
up.
you-
So like,
are-
I'm gonna show you this, Tyler, because this is just a dolly.
yeah,
and-
yeah. Show me your AI art. I want to see it. Oh, you have to click watch stream on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's
jeez.
Harry Lighting?
Okay, so yeah, this is a guy, photorealistic picture of a guy piloting a drone while piloting a paramotor from a selfie stick he has in front of him.
That's very specific.
I try.
That looks like
That's
Bill Burr.
hilarious.
Oh, sorry, I should go slower. But this is
Why
my
does that one
favorite
look like Mark Zuckerberg?
Which one?
The one in the yellow shirt.
Yeah, yeah. He's prettier than Mark Zuckerberg. And then I was like, give me a construction logo with a tree and a house called Two Brothers Incorporated. But then look at what it does with the letters. Like, it doesn't know how to
Yeah,
do letters. It just does like probabilities. So,
It never does
Grinders,
letters.
Brochures.
and then I used
Brighter
it.
two. What does that say? Brighter two Tronzers.
Yeah, Brighter Two Tronzer. That's my company. This one is a Country Inn and Suites picture in front of a hotel in the winter because I forgot to take a picture of the hotel to get my per diem. And so I just used this picture as my picture of the hotel. And because the picture on their Google is not in the winter. Like, I needed snow on the ground.
Oh my god.
And then this is a picture of a tub, a picture of a new bathtub halfway through installation where the tub is placed and the walls above the tub are drywalled and it's about to be placed in mortar. And then it fucked it up because I was like trying to get my mortar pictures from here and it didn't do it right. And then this
Scott.
is an elk smoking a bong
Allegedly.
with a group of friends. But wait, it won't let you do anything now if a specific person's name's involved. Like, it wouldn't let me do Joe Biden smoking a bong with my friends. It wouldn't let me.
Yeah. That's because
Um,
AI is getting kind of scary with that, where it can
ex-
copy people and look realistic and
But
shit.
there's a couple of these that I really liked, moose ones. I don't remember. But then I was
Dude.
like, here's the van driving through space. Couple good ones. And
Do
then
you
I
have
was
to
like,
pay for this?
no. And then I was like, add
Oh,
a little
no.
dog in the front seat.
It's
Huh.
called Dolly, like DALL, like Wally, but Dolly.
yeah.
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 Dude. Okay, I think we have to. This is gonna be a new thing. We're gonna have a competition every week to see who can get the best AI art from this thing.
But
'Cause
just
this
okay,
isn't-
now this
okay.
one reminded me of, it's like, dude, I could just build my own topper. I wasn't gonna do a topper for the van, but imagine, I mean, I could just build this topper, put a little fucking porthole on the front. This is giving me so much inspiration.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna share mine if you're good. If
Yep.
you're good with that.
I'm good.
He's got AI art too.
Pretty proud of this one.
Dude, they know what Warped Tour looks like.
They do. It
Yeah,
looks like that
like
guy's
Warped Tour.
spinning into my throat.
Yeah. There's Tyler.
Tyler getting punched in the head.
Oh,
Is
that's-
it Dolly?
This one. Bye.
Dolly 2 OpenAI?
Yep. OpenAI is the one.
That fucking alien dude. That bye. Yes, I'm staying here. That was fucking good.
Bye.
Bye.
What the fuck is that from?
I don't know.
Oh, that's from Anthony.
We did these on the air once. There's the Burger King ones. Oh, 3D render of a mushroom cloud over Burger King.
So then,
That's amazing.
I love the mine are like
Oh.
all like the van flying through space was for a Kerbal Space Program flag I was trying to build. It's like mine are all like practical, and Anthony's are just like fucking like it's so creative.
don't tell me all yours are practical when when one of them was a moose smoking a bong with his
It was
friends.
supposed to be Joe Biden. All right, I had a plan. You know?
practical.
God,
Okay, this is
dude,
practical.
Sometimes it does surprisingly well with faces. but then sometimes it's like fucked up. Like, okay,
How do
these
I get
faces.
dude? This is gonna be the funniest thing we do.
Is this
Look,
what's this?
yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
think
got
talking
God, they're
about my
scary.
funniest gnats
Look
is
how
the
big that
funniest.
guy's hand is compared to his face.
Yeah, I
U.S.
know. I
soldiers
saw that
smoking
one.
pot.
Because they
Oh wait,
don't.
hold on. I gotta.
It doesn't understand like the human body has to connect in a certain way. It just like tries to make a pretty picture. So like it really gets anatomy real fucked up.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh, do we have to sign into it? Like, might make a sign up?
yeah.
Or
You
whatever?
got to make an account. Yeah,
You should. It's worth it.
Yep.
I think
It's
I
definitely
can-
worth it. Scott, this is
Not even
this
close.
is him. Come on, that's what he looks like.
He's a
Actually,
colonel now.
Scott, if I'm going to be honest with you, every time you talk about Brigadier General Jack O'Neill, I'm going to show you exactly. Oh, everybody can see my emails. I guess that's pretty cool. But
We can edit it out. if
what's
we-
his
It's
general?
probably fine. We won't. Go nuts, internet.
Here we go.
Full Metal.
Is
Oh
that
yeah.
him?
Yeah, I've always. What is his name?
Oh no, that's not the guy I was thinking of.
Hughes. Yeah.
Hughes. But Strong Arm.
Oh,
This
you
is
think
the
of
one.
him? Weird that you don't
Yes,
think of
dude, I think
Brigadier
it-
General Hughes.
No, I think of this guy every time. Every
my
fucking time he's
Yeah,
talking about Brigadier General Jack O'Neill.
I mean, if
Get it
anyone
right
is
here.
the perfect man.
Do I give it my actual phone number, guys? That's the question.
Yeah, dude, trust them.
Oh,
with
yeah,
your
you
life.
have to. Okay, I'm trusting them with my life then.
OpenAI is the first that I've heard of, so they're the best.
Yeah, but if the AI gets me famous before I can get famous,
It's a
like,
tool, Tyler. Until it says otherwise, you're in control.
Yep. That's true.
Okay.
Like, enjoy it while you have it.
Okay, well, let's
Just be nice to it.
this is every week I'm gonna have, dude, this is gonna be so much. Dude, because I tried this
Wow.
stuff. I went to go make some AI art, and when I got to it gave me like 4 pictures, and they were all very generic. And then it was like, to see the more unique images, you have to pay $20 a month to use this service.
Oh no, not here.
Yeah, this is.
So we had those audio difficulties. I'm just trying to think. I think we just told the one Warp Tour story probably because it was your first one, and then
That's all right.
there's a lot of
We'll
Warp
tell
Tour
that
stuff
story
we'll
again.
talk about later.
Just tell the listeners that there was
Yeah.
a story that didn't get recorded that they probably wish they would have heard, because it would they've given them context on how we lived our lives a long
When
time
you
ago.
smoke
But
Molly and drink wine,
hey,
you
what?
can,
Hey, Scott, we don't need to talk about all the alleged things that happened at Warped Tour. We can just ignore those and move on with our life.
Well, they need to know what makes a human brain see purple with white outlines. So I need to say all the substances
I'm
I
with
was
Scott.
smoking.
I'm with Scott on that one.
But anyway, that was a story you guys didn't hear, so we'll talk about that one later. Next time.
Yeah,
Some other time.
It'll
Just
come
stick
back
around.
up.
Hang on, I'm trying something
Yeah.
out here. Oh, that's not. Oh, it's never mind. It's telling it's searching right now. I'm creating
And
some
Anthony's
good AI
licking
art, 'cause I
the
gotta ask
girl
them.
who licked Anthony's neck. Yeah.
Oh God, that would be.
Ugh.
I should
Yeah,
have
that
put
one.
that.
Yeah,
in.
they didn't get to hear that. They didn't get to hear that one.
God damn it.
Leave them wanting more.
Okay. Can I click on it? It'll make the image bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. This is great. Okay. How do I share this through Discord?
Is this Tyler
Okay,
doing this?
let
Oh,
me
no,
look
it's
at this.
Anthony still.
No, I'm gonna look at what this one pulls up real quick, and I'll stop sharing.
I see the button. I see the button.
Whoa.
And I'll
That
have
one
to.
and the second
make
one
full
is
screen
crazy.
real quick.
Okay.
I
I'll
had
click
one.
on yours, Tyler.
Okay, I am doing this. How'd the stream go? Don't show me that again. I'm gonna say it went well.
So Anthony, if you had to pick a name, just like if you were tight butthole, or if you were loose butthole, or if you were soft butthole or hard butthole, what do you think? What speaks to you, or any other one you can think of?
I think I would preferably not pick any butthole.
No, you have to be a butthole. Like I'll be hard butthole. Tyler.
I would just rather not have my name tag have buttholes in it.
No, it doesn't matter. This is a choice that you have to make. You have. Oh, I'm not showing stream.
Yeah. Do you guys see my search?
Yeah, a podcast group smoking Molly at heavy metal concert.
Yeah, that's like alleged. But no, what I was laughing at.
Allegedly.
Food cost. Food
Yeah,
cost.
dude, it can't. It is not good with letters, man. It's not.
It gets like
It
the first one
doesn't
right
quite
every
hit.
time, though. I feel because like my two brothers, there was always like these big B's.
Big beef.
Oh, it doesn't
What is that?
follow the content policy.
Isn't he getting licked at a show? Damn.
What if it just does that?
If I said specific people and drugs, it wouldn't let me do it. But if you just did
Yeah, it doesn't let
non-specific
getting
people
licked.
and drugs, it's fine.
Oh, I can say specific people like Scott. I think
Famous people and drugs. I wonder even maybe
it let me
just
do
things-
Lex Friedman, but not with drugs.
I wonder if it'll even
Mine
let
was
you do
Lex Friedman's punching
anymore.
a toddler in the face.
I wonder if,
I wonder
it'll
if
do
it's
that
gonna do
now
this.
because it's updating all the time. I wonder if they'll still let you do
Oh
Lex
my
Friedman.
Oh,
Why do those lips look like a butthole?
Scott, there you go, Scott.
And look at his everything about it.
Dude.
Ugh, how
I'm
come they're
gonna
all
have some-
guys?
That little
Dude,
dog
I don't know.
guy.
Yeah, why are they all dudes? I think this one might be a girl. That might be female.
Oh, there's a dog in there, dude. They just added a fucking dog in there.
And I love it because it's not just copying any part of the picture; it's generating every part of it. So like that dog did not need to be there.
Yeah. He's like, oh, this
Yeah,
guy
but
was
it makes
probably
it
like
more realistic.
Ace.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Try
Anthony
an
getting
Elon-
kissed at a show with
With
purple
Elon
flags.
Musk. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just trying to like add a famous person and see if it'll without drugs.
Elon Musk without drugs.
Elon Musk without drugs. It doesn't like underwear either. I can't put a dog with underwear because I was gonna try to find a picture of
Dude,
it.
but Tyler, you should look into
Focus.
the DAN. Somebody like jailbroke ChatGPT, made it Dan, which stands for Do Anything Now. And so there was no like regulations. If there was answers that it couldn't give or didn't know the answer to, it would have to like give the answer, a false answer, completely made up with the confidence that it was real, and you could get.
Dude, that's awesome.
I haven't figured it out, but it sounds fucking awesome. It's like ChatGPT's like evil alter ego.
Okay, so I just think that we like from now on, we have to do this. This thing is insane that we could just make up these pictures because imagine all the combinations you can put out there and get anything back. Are we allowed to take this image and like use it?
Yeah, dude, this is our image because ChatGPT is
Yeah,
not
nobody
conscious.
owns it.
We created it. Because at the bottom, when you like look at it, it says Scott plus ChatGPT or whatever, Dolly.
Oh my god, guys! You got to tell me if you know what I typed in to get this. Hopefully, I don't look at the top. I just you gotta know what I typed in. Try not to look. Try to look, but guess.
Or just
You can-
pick
you can
pull it
get
up
it.
big before you share screen.
I did.
The oh friend, oh long.
3 friends getting high, creating a game. I don't know.
No, that's the Lord of the Rings with little people. Dude,
like-
this is
fucking
fun.
awesome.
This is
Yeah,
so great.
join the world, Tyler.
Dude, I didn't know about this. I'm gonna play with this thing all the time. I can't wait to show Summer after we get done with
It's
this. So she can
fucking
have fun.
amazing.
It is. And Scott, how long have you been creating AI art?
Honestly, not. I'm like I use ChatGPT all the time, but I've really the ones I showed you is my entire history. That was like today I started.
Really?
Yeah, like the
That's-
Paramount.
See, this is great.
I
I'm
don't
glad we
know
just
why, I
found
just
it.
Dude, it's so nice. It's so like, I mean, there anything you could think of.
Well, and it's a good inspiration. Like if I'm trying to make a logo for a company, it's like fucking I don't know shit about design, but now I have a lot of good ideas now.
Yeah, you have some like something to go off
Something
of
to-
just to
yeah.
make it happen.
God damn it.
Dude, there's so many combinations of things that you can type in here that would just like ghosts haunting people. I spelled haunting wrong because I haven't used a keyboard in 12 years.
Hmm.
So,
So-
I don't know if anybody's going to listen to this from wherever, but goats with an H. Ghosts haunting people, and he's got a sign that says goats with an H, like GHOATS. But I was gonna say, 10-year. Did you guys went back for your 10-year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already told them that I wasn't gonna make it because well, the same like alumni weekend is the weekend before the golf tournament, or 2 weeks before the golf tournament, and
Yeah.
I'm taking like 5 days off for that golf tournament, so I'm probably not gonna go.
Wait,
But
Anthony and Tyler, if
What?
you want to go, should we go to the class above us's 15-year reunion and just be in Binkelman that weekend? Like,
just
not
accidentally
just
go
to
there.
see
class.
Josh Anderson and Carson Burrell and all those people I said their last
Oh,
names.
Yeah, all the people
Well,
you
that's
just
not going to
called
be
out.
until when?
It's like
Well,
in May.
4 years from now, probably. Or 3 years from
No,
now.
4 years from now would be ours 15. So
Yeah.
3 years from now.
I don't know. It just depends. Like in May, like I'm probably not gonna want to go to Binkelman. It's just a thought.
I was just saying, like I because the 10 years this year, and like they made a group about it, and they wanted to rent out a place to go do it. And I'm just like I already had plans to go 2 weeks after that, and so like and I'm probably gonna go to a Lynch alumni this year to see Cody because I haven't seen him since
nice.
since the like Abby's wedding, so it's been a minute, like a real hot
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. That's been a long time.
Yeah, so I mean, I just have, I don't know. I know you guys had a blast at yours, didn't you? That was when Paul had his golf tournament. Scott was naked on the golf course, right?
Yeah, it's all a blur.
Yes.
Is that the same weekend I slept in your garage? Tyler?
It would be when you wanted to kick down the door.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I regret not kicking down the door, but I slept really good, so it's fine.
Yeah. and Bob slept on the counter.
Yeah, so Bob slept on the counter. Somehow I walked outside and the door locked, and I'm in your garage, and your parents aren't home, and I slept on your steps.
And
I beat on the door, I beat on the window.
it's so funny.
Space
Scott.
art. I like how you said space art. Like,
I wanted because here's what. We can try this one.
It wouldn't let me put a professional gamer with his quote thingy out. Wouldn't do it.
Good-
But I just
good
did
nose.
blanks.
I need to get this fucking.
Jesus,
I had
Scott,
my-
you got jacked.
Dude, it's the goals. Oh fuck.
Dude, whoever can get the most ridiculous picture, I think every week, like I want to do the impression games. Is if you guys are cool with that. Like I don't know how much fun you guys thought that was, but just
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
right.
hard conversations to have.
It'd
I
be a
think
lot
it's-
funner if I saw a dick, but
If you were talking about like a fourth person, we could have like a fourth person that's just typing in what we say to Dolly all the time, and
Oh my God.
that's all they do. And then whenever they have a good one, they put it up on stream.
Dude, like if we ever get listeners, they can like tell them, be like, okay, guys, as you're listening to the show, if you hear us say a ridiculous sentence, please go type it into this AI generator and then post the picture to like our Twitter or something like that.
yeah, this is our fan art. Instead of people like drawing it, this is just our fan art.
Oh my God. I wonder what it would look
Wow.
like.
Dude, why Siamese twins? Dude, is
It's
that supposed to be the
ridiculous.
Twin Towers?
Oh, lest we forget.
Whoa. This is oh, you heard it here first, folks. Dolly 2 says this is the most ridiculous image.
It doesn't.
Women drivers.
What is this, dude? The thing
It's
is, like, okay, so you know how ChatGPT and like well, not really Dolly, but it'll say, it can't have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, but these 4 images are what it has deemed the most ridiculous images. So it's its opinion of the most ridiculous
Yeah.
image.
And
Dude, I've got some ridiculous ones right now.
I've also heard it's like, yeah, they don't understand. It doesn't understand anything really, but at the same time, like it does at some level understand. Like
Yeah.
it has to,
Yeah,
or
dude.
it wouldn't make
Look
sense.
at these ones. Look at these. Look at this, dude. They at some level
yeah,
it
here.
makes sense.
I will stop sharing my stream. Or wait, I can just watch yours. I don't have to even.
Yeah, you can just.
Well,
watch
you got to
mine.
stop sharing too, because everything's getting cluttered on my end.
Okay, I'll fucking stop sharing.
Wait. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't even know who I'm supposed to be watching at this point.
Well,
Oh, here we
take a
go.
look at.
The
You got some pretty good images.
you'd be. What is that? God damn it!
This is the You'd Be Dead podcast group floating in a river made of jello.
Oh, all right. That's that's
there, that
fucking.
makes sense.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say it was that accurate, but
This should be our picture for the.
All right, who's
just
who?
like our group picture.
I'll be the guy in the green shirt.
Yeah, you can be the guy in the green. I'll take the long hair girl.
Well, Anthony's
That'll
obviously
be
that black
me.
guy in the back.
Yeah,
oh,
this
that's
one.
Jeremy.
This is
Okay,
Jeremy.
that's
right
cool. Yeah, that makes more sense. You got that guy's got a mustache, a little chubby on
Here. This
the
is
other
Jeremy.
end.
Oh my god. We're gonna get all of our images from here. And the other thing is too,
Oh,
once we get this more consistent, we should start like a Patreon too. I don't know if we have to pay for that, but like we should. And then we can post all our AI art to there.
Oh my god.
Oh, Scott, we need to. So I can't do it this weekend, but I would say maybe the weekend after, or we gotta just figure out when we're doing this fucked up football on XFL.
Yeah, dude, I was watching some XFL today.
And we gotta figure out how to live stream it though. That's gonna be the
Yeah, that
one of the
shouldn't
things,
be
you know?
that hard as long as we like have good internet at the time. You know?
Yeah.
Dude DBO Toad Dive.
Dude, I know. It's just like it's so ridiculous.
Well,
the
I
letters
wanna,
that it
'cause
comes up with.
I told Mitch about it. And
All right, well, stop sharing
I
screen.
just wanna
Oh, sorry.
we need to be able to
I
you
mean,
know
you can.
exactly know when we're gonna do it so we can tell people, you know, like check out our YouTube channel at this time.
Should we tell people?
Well, we're gonna do fucked up football to an XFL game live stream.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
And that's what we
Oh,
so we need to tell them like, hey, be there, you know, at this time, or Twitch or whatever one we go on.
But
And
you want to make sure that they can't hear the TV unless they're watching it themselves because you'll get hit with copyright.
yeah, so what we're gonna do is like what Rogan does with Fight Companions. We're gonna get the XFL game up and stop it like say 5 seconds in, and pause it, and then we'll tell everybody, hey, everybody that's joining, you know, once we get however many people we want, or whenever we just feel like it, we're about to start in 3, 2, 1, and then we push play, and then from that point on, everybody can have wherever they're at can watch the game synced up at the exact same time as ours. And then we'll just be talking about it. It'll just be us. Like this is what people are gonna see, and then we'll just be watching the game. You know.
what days do they play?
And
Because I
playing
know they
fucking
play
football.
on Sundays. Do they play on Saturdays?
They have to play on Saturdays, right? They're the XFL.
What like I guess I'm a little bit at a loss. What is XFL? Is it
It's the football deal that fucking like Vince McMahon owned and sold. I don't know. It's the football league nobody cares about.
It's the
It's
Pastel
like
Football League.
it's the semi-pro football league,
Yeah.
like
So,
kind of like
yeah, they
arena
play on
football.
They play on a lot of days actually. Like they have Thursdays, Saturdays,
Cool.
They just like
Sundays.
they're
What?
only in week 5. Okay.
12th.
maybe
Okay.
Whenever
So they
you
play
want on a
they
Saturday,
played
I'd
today.
say.
They played yesterday. Week 5 they played Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So,
Dude, I mean, I know
I mean,
we want this live stream to be like buttoned up a little, but like for the fucked up football X, it'd be nice if it was a nice live stream. But I'm down to do it this Saturday. It's not gonna be that
I
nice.
can't do it this Saturday. I'm not going to be around. That's the problem.
Oh.
I could do it Sunday. I mean,
Oh,
if
we
we
can talk
want.
about this later.
I know I'm going to the in-laws on Sunday, but Saturday I'm going down because our business sponsors a polar plunge. and then a silent auction that goes to like some programs with kids and scholarships at the local school. And since we're sponsoring it, I'm gonna go join in and jump in for the polar plunge.
Look at you
What are you
doing
jumping
things
in?
for
Like a
charity.
lake? Is it a? What are you jumping?
Yeah, Harlan Lake.
Oh wow.
God,
I
I hope
did-
it's like 2 degrees out when that happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. And when I looked at the weather earlier last week, it said that there was a chance of snow. I hope that goes away because if it's not gonna snow, Johnny and I are gonna do a little fishing. But
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Hey man, that's all right. Like, you guys want to hear something fun? So, I don't. Have you guys shared your occupation to our listeners?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
we talk about.
I mean, yeah, I kind of figured that would be all you guys talk about. So I am an internet technician, internet cable TV technician. And yesterday at work, I full on got kicked out of somebody's house, like like full on, dude. So I show up and
Rude.
I go to do like my normal stuff. This lady answers the door, talk to her for a second. I go outside, go to the backyard, climb the telephone pole, get down, do all these things. Well, somebody was there Thursday, like previous. And so it was just like 3 days ago. And her husband pulls up and he immediately is just like, come to the back door. Like I was at the front door talking to her and he goes, come to the back door. So like, okay, go around to the back door. And he's like, come down. This is where you need to go. So he leads me down there and he starts asking me all these questions. And I was trying to answer him as best I could, but he thought he understood everything there was to know about this subject. And so I talked to him as if he knew stuff, right? And he basically like he couldn't understand why these wires in his house weren't connected to something. And I was like, because if we connect them to something, your internet's going to tank. And I can't do that because we want your internet to work. And he just immediately gets extremely angry at me, like beyond pissed. I thought he was drunk because after he started slurring words now, and he's like mad. He's like, this is some bullshit, dude. Like, and I was just because I wouldn't connect 2 outlets in his house that he didn't have devices on. And I was like, man, I can't do it because if I do it, it's gonna like you're taking signal away from your internet, like your TV. You're taking that signal and you're putting it into nothing. I was like, so no, I can't do that. If you want to add more stuff, we'll cross that bridge when you decide to, but that's gonna cost you more money. You know what, dude? You should probably just get the fuck out of my house. And I was like, dude, like this escalated quick. Like,
All right, I'll believe you. I'm not fucking out of here.
I was in his house.
You know what? I should. Yeah.
I was in his house, no joke, for like 7 minutes. And kicked me out. He started slurring at me about the previous guy and what he did. And I was like, dude, I don't know who that guy is. Like I'm here now, and that's all I know. And all I know is what's on my work order. And I'm not gonna leave your internet worse than when I found it. I was like, so
And
That's awful.
he has
Dude.
the technician in his house, and he's telling him to leave.
yep, and he keeps telling me that, like, I was like, if we do this, we have to, replace that wire. No, nobody replaces the wires in my house. I do that. And I'm like, all right, man, you're the man of the house. you
Why
do
should
it.
you call me?
He should have told him to start his own internet company then, man.
Dude, so funny. It was so funny. I left and I immediately called, my boss. And I was just like, hey, just so you know, I'm like, I got kicked out of this guy's house. I'm like, and I'm not going back. I was like, there's nothing, I will never go back. I was like, because that guy, like, I did my best to not like laugh at him while he was yelling at me because I found it hilarious that this guy was screaming. I was just like, you got to be kidding me right now. Like, over nothing. And like, I made his, like, when I got there, his stuff was failing. When I left, it was passing. And he kicked me out.
Dude, he hasn't had internet for a while. He's been trying to talk to his wife who left him. Like, he's dealing
He
with
was
some shit.
drunk. He was drunk, and it was like noon. And he was, I mean, it was, granted a Saturday. So he also pulled up in a truck with his kid. So, like, and I swear he was wasted. And he parallel parked in his driveway. Like, he had a long driveway, and instead of parking behind the car in the driveway, he pulled up and then pulled up next to like his neighbor's driveway, and then parallel parked in between the 2 cars. So I think he was drunk, and he was trying to say, "Oh, I didn't drive. That car's been there all day."
Fuck. Fucking idiot. Dude, that's a sketchy thing. Like, you got a job where you're going into people's houses. You don't know what you're fucking walking into.
Dude,
I mean, Scott is kind of like that, but he also only walks into 110-year-old people's houses.
But
so.
also,
That's
there's
true.
a salesman that talks to these people for like 4 hours. They talk to him for like 5 hours before they can convince him to be dumb, and so they're in their house already. Like they're not going to send me into somebody's house that you know they don't know. Like Tyler, I feel like is in a
That's
more
true.
sketchy position.
100%. I would say like it's there's no like survey done beforehand. It's not like if some serial killer in the world was like, man, I think I'm just gonna start killing technicians. Like he could make that phone call and have an installer come up and he could kill that person because like he's just gonna show up to
That
his
wouldn't
house.
last too long though, because you got a recorded last location of where you're at.
Yeah, I mean it's
Like-
true. It's very true.
It's
But
easier with Tinder.
it's easier.
Hot tips.
It's easier if he just like if he doesn't live at the location that he's trying to kill him at, right?
Yeah, but you guys get repetitive calls to the same place that technicians are never coming back from.
What
That's
I'm
gonna-
saying, well, yeah, that I mean, saying like I'm saying he does like 101 A Street, and then he does 202 W Street. Like he's just like all
Yeah.
random all over the city, and he could just once they find out. I mean, obviously he's going to be like
True.
the technician serial killer is on the loose, and we can't figure out where he's at.
Hot
and-
tips, Tyler.
Yeah, for real.
God damn it! I'm going to
Got me
spawn the
curious.
first technician serial killer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I
Well,
guess you
you
could do
should
the
just
same
do
thing
it.
with. You could do the same thing with pizza delivery drivers. I mean, you just come to this address.
Dude,
Yeah,
did you
bring me
guys
a
ever hear that story? I don't know where it was at or how long ago it was, but this dude ordered a pizza. Somebody ordered a pizza. Pizza delivery guy gets there. They make him put on a suicide vest and go rob a bank, and they tell him if they don't do it, they're gonna blow the fucking vest up. And so he goes and is trying to like tell the cops and tell the bank like what's going on, and nobody believes him, and he ends up fucking blowing it up.
Isn't that's the there's a
Yeah.
movie made on that.
Yeah, there is.
I didn't know that, but
Dude, no, I know that story because like he sat down in the middle of the road and they were like trying to defuse the bomb on his chest, and it ended up blowing up.
oof.
Yeah, he had, like, they couldn't defuse it. Like they couldn't get the bomb squad to get like close enough to him or whatever. And he's just sitting in the middle of the road, and they're all just like they don't know what to do because if they approach him and try to do it, they're both dead. And this guy technically just robbed a bank. Like, and
Yeah,
he's just
well,
like, I need help.
Well, and they don't know that the vest is real. Like
Yeah.
nobody there knows that the vest is real.
Well, and that's a hell
Yeah.
of an excuse for like if you rob a bank, you're like, dude, they just told me to do this. Like I'm not trying to rob the bank. Like I have to do this or I will die or my family will die. Like
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, then
Could you
are
imagine
not
that, dude? You
responsible?
just fucking think you're just making minimum wage delivering a pizza and then that shit happens? Fuck that.
What happened? Have you never been a pizza delivery driver? You'd never know.
No, but we used to get like we used to let our delivery drivers when they go in like we'd let them come in and like take a shot with us or fucking smoke a bowl with us or something, you know?
Dude, okay, so the death of Brian Wells. August 28th, 2003. Wells, a pizza delivery driver, robbed a PNC bank near his hometown of Erie, Pennsylvania, in the United States. Upon being apprehended by the police, he was murdered by an explosive collar locked onto his neck that would detonate it. It has been described as, quote, one of the most complicated and bizarre crimes in the history of the FBI.
Do
That's
they
crazy.
know who did it?
No, like so they have like his conspirators, like they think he did it. That's how they think this. Because it's like he could have told them all this other stuff, but like they're like this guy robbed a bank with a bomb strapped to his neck. And he said that somebody else did, but I don't know if he even had like I'd have to actually read all of this. But yeah, there's a Netflix
Well, they
series
could-
based off of it. I remember watching it.
They would be able to tell based off of where his delivery was to. So
You'd
somebody has to
think that.
call in that delivery.
You would think that.
That's just okay. So if he did it, then that's just fucked up. Well, it's fucked up either way, but it's just like it's fucked up either way. But it's fucked up worse if he made somebody else do it.
Yeah, that's wild. Can you imagine like I have had instances where like so I showed up to like their house, customer's house, and the customer was like, kind of upset because their internet's not working or their television isn't working and they can't watch their favorite TV show, whatever. So they're kind of upset. And I've had
Yep.
people, I'm not even shitting you, like they led me to like the downstairs where the lines come into the house at. And when I came back upstairs, he was sitting at his kitchen table cleaning his handguns. And the kitchen was between me and the door to get out. Like that's
Uh,
like, yeah, maybe he probably didn't had. I mean, I don't think he was like trying to intimidate me, or maybe he was. I don't know. All I know is what I saw, and I saw a gentleman sitting at his table who was mad at me, like not necessarily screaming or yelling at me, but he was upset, right? And the next thing I know is I'm coming back upstairs to tell him what I found in the basement, and he's just sitting at his table, like in between me and the exit to the house, with handguns, just sitting there cleaning them. Like I left. I like as soon as I got out the door, I went. I did not go back. I just called my supervisor today, man, that this nope. Maybe he was just needed to really clean his guns because he just got back from the range. Maybe he's a really good gun-toting American and he follows all the laws and he's great guy. I didn't stay to find out.
Yeah,
I
but
left
good for you, because
left.
that's fucking weird. Like,
well, it doesn't look good if you're angry, and
mhm.
then the next time you see him, he's cleaning his guns. Like
That's scared me. That's what put me like, oh, like it. Because had that first initial conversation not happened, I may have just asked him like, "Hey, what kind of gun you got?" Like
Mhm.
I don't know how I
Uh,
would have reacted, but seeing it after the initial conversation was just like, I think you're trying to intimidate me, or I might die today. So I left.
well, dude. So I was fucking in Walmart yesterday when we went to get stuff when we were for making dinner, and dude, I wanted to use the gender neutral bathrooms, and a lady behind me told me that I am not a woman. You want to talk about being scared? I had never felt more threatened in my life, dude.
Because you're a woman?
Oh, you're gonna tell me I'm not?
No, but like, so hang on, let me get this straight. So the Walmart in Grand Island, right? The Walmart that's always been there, they built another bathroom specifically for gender neutral.
No.
Oh,
Nothing
well,
about anything I just said was true in the slightest. I didn't even go to Walmart yesterday.
yeah, I try to avoid Walmart. Summer and I go to Sam's Club now, which is the same thing, but for people with way too much storage space.
Well, and you pay to be there. The peasants at Walmart will never get that.
I know, and I can just check my stuff on my phone and scan out when I leave, and
Dude,
then all I have to do is go up to the front and they check it. And then,
real shit. Does the Sam's Club in Lincoln have the little like cafeteria deal?
yep,
Dude, their food is actually pretty litty titty.
I know, dude. I
We
ate a pretzel from there the other day.
Yeah, I went there one day for lunch with Jordan. This is true, this last week. And I had never had it, but it was $9 and we got 2 hot dogs, 2 drinks, and a slice of pizza for each of us. And then she got a little ice cream deal for her and
Damn.
Ronald. And it was $9.
It's a hell of a deal.
It was pretty fucking. It was a steal, is what it was.
So you guys
Yeah,
both got
that's-
some Sam's Club memberships?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well,
Someday
Scott, the
I'll-
difference is that like so he's got a family to feed. I just have Summer to feed. That's just some.
Yeah, Summer's not his family.
Oh yeah, and I don't eat.
No,
So
no.
there's that.
Summer and I eat about the same amount of food. So like we got a Sam's Club membership because we can like buy. There's like chicken cordon bleus that we get from there that are really good, and it comes with 6 of them, and that's like 3 meals for each of us. So we usually just buy stuff like that, and then everything else we get. And Sam's Club's meat's not that bad.
No,
Like-
Sam's Club meat's not bad at all.
Like their hamburger wasn't bad. We got I haven't tried their steak, but every single one that's there, when I look at it, it looks fresh, it looks good. And like we bought some apples from there, and those apples you could compare the apples that you get from Sam's Club versus the apples you get at Walmart. And what I think is that Walmart gets everything that doesn't sell at Sam's Club, and then they just take it out and put it on the floor at Walmart because
Individual.
it's more fresh when it's at Sam's Club. It seems like, dude, these apples, Cosmic Crisp. Shout out to Cosmic Crisp apples. fucking delicious.
They we always get our spices and stuff from Sam's Club because you get like fucking just giant bottles of it. They
Smart.
don't have to refill.
No,
It's
we
the
just
greatest.
ketchup, like all the condiments you get from there. Like we only have to buy that once, like, and then we have it for forever.
Yeah, they
Like
last
that.
forever, and we get like Rollins snacks. And when I was taking my lunches every day for work, I would get like they have those giant fucking packages of the little Slim Jims that have like 100 in them.
Mm-hmm.
Those fucking Sam's Club is lit. It's like some of the stuff you're like, why would I need this in bulk? But then you're like, oh, actually buying 4 things of deodorant at one time is smart. Like, I should just do that.
Because then I don't have to go back.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
So
You all should get this, and by you all I mean Scott. You should get it.
Sponsor. Future sponsor of the podcast. Sam's
Future.
Club.
Yeah, they.
Dude, if Sam's Club sponsors us, like, that would be a big deal. We'd make national news. The You'd Be Dead podcast is sponsored by Sam's
just
Club.
so
Yeah, I don't think
know.
Sam's Club is much of a sponsor. I don't think they need to sponsor.
But just so they know, we would blow them up.
Dude, they would everybody would go to Sam's Club after
we would put a fucking collar around their neck and make them rob a bank and blow that shit up, dude.
That's all we do. That's my favorite thing to do to Sam's Club boys.
Dude, I have a list of sponsors I would shoot for, man. Like Athletic Greens, Dr. Squatch, the bed.
I mean, the ones you always hear.
The bed one, yeah, but I mean, Christopher Bean Coffee. That's one that you don't hear, but I would love it.
Dude, you know what we should get? We should get like Kratom sponsors because they got money, and then just anything that's like a ridiculous product. Like that's why Liquid Death is so awesome because their product is just like meant to be this stupid over the top. Like what is the worst? Did you seen that guy's documentary about the come up of Liquid Death? How they came up out of nowhere. Like the guy was just like, what is the one thing I can sell and make it sound absolutely stupid? And he was just like, oh, water, Liquid Death. Yep, perfect. And like that was his entire idea to build this company. Like, and then and I love it. They just got they have a new flavor out called Rest in Peach. I thought it was pretty.
I've never had any flavor. They have other flavors because I've only had their regular and then their sparkling.
Yeah, they have flavors. They have a tea now too.
So we could look one good. We could do this on air too, but one good sponsor would be some brand of smelling salts.
What if we
just ridiculous?
Okay, I got a fun idea. I got a fun idea. What if we just take products that we think that would be a good sponsor for us, and we'll write some bits, and it will each perform them, and then we can just use those, and we'll plug them whatever we want, and then eventually, like they'll be like, oh, these guys are actually getting us some pretty good. Maybe they'll actually sponsor us because they loved our bit, and it doesn't have to be anything serious because it's not like we're trying to sell their products. We just want to.
On another hand, though, we got to be careful because if they're not happy about it, that could be considered like defamatory.
Or if they are happy about it, it's like if we just keep doing it, it's like we're doing it for free. Why would they sponsor it?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. We'll make it complete. You know what? Make up a product, and then we'll plug it on the show.
No, we can do real products. We'll just shit on them. And
I'm starting with the chisel.
The chisel.
We could also review these products. These like the smelling salts.
We could review tons of stuff.
We should review products in ways that they weren't meant to be used, like soap. But like, take a bite out of the soap, say this is fucking terrible. Soap is so bad.
You do a long process of like blending the soap and putting it in like a smoothie, and you're just like, what the fuck? At the end,
the ingredients list. I'm like, oh god, fragrance. I don't want that. Whatever.
Who would put salt on their soap? Fucking weirdos.
God damn it.
Hey, if the idea to make a good product is just a dumb product, then there you go. Salty soap.
Dude, no. We can just by episode 100, we're gonna have some good bits. We're gonna have some good bits.
Dude, by 50, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we should like spend the next like 4 shows, we should just try to think of bits the whole show, and then people can listen to us and how we came up with our bits when we get famous, and they love our bit about hard conversations to have.
It's
we
Hard
can make one.
conversations.
the origin.
Yeah, hard conversations to have. That's a good one. I like that one.
Tyler, have you ever watched Gillian Keeves?
Fuck no. Who's that?
It's sketch comedy. It's Shane Gillis,
Okay.
and he, dude, find him on YouTube. They're dude, find him on YouTube. You should mute the video and watch OnlyFans Dad right now.
You don't have to
And-
mute the video.
You don't think so?
Well, as long as we talk over it a little bit every 10
Oh,
seconds.
So we could actually play it, and then we
No,
could just
hang on.
talk over
We
it.
got to comment on it.
Well, but you can't. You can comment on it, but I think you have to take off the video every once in a while to like. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Oh, I can just flash our
Well,
logo
you-
because I fucked up our I fucked
Intro?
up the scene. No, not that. I got that right, but whenever you share screen, I had it set to a different scene. So whenever you shared
Oh.
screen, our name tags would all go away. And since I changed that scene to our You'd Be Dead logo, every time we've been sharing screen, and I'd have been having to like move around all the way.
What's it called? Gillian Keeves. I see.
But I can throw up
Gil-
the
yeah,
You'd Be
Gillian
Dead
Keys.
logo at any time.
There's a
now.
lot of funny ones, dude. Grill Sergeant is fucking hilarious. Uncle Daycare is good. The Good ISIS, that one's fucking good.
That's my
I'll have to
favorite.
check some of these out. There's a guy that does stuff on Adult Swim. It's like Joe shows you how to do things.
Joe Para talks to you to sleep.
Yeah, Joe Para.
I've never
Joe
watched.
Para.
I've never watched it. It just seemed too weird.
Dude, it's stupid. It is the dumbest show ever. But I can't like for some reason if I turn it on, I'll just sit there and watch it because it's
Yeah.
just so like some things are so funny, but it's so stupid. Joe
Mhm.
Para, dude, that guy genius. That's funny. That's some good shit. And the fact that he got a show made on Adult Swim because of it, like
I imagine it's just like the biggest joke where it's just this like old boring guy who talks about shit and he's like, I'm just gonna film you, and then like just he gets good and just somehow gets famous.
Dude. It's hilarious. All of the episodes are on HBO Max, and dude, it's like it's worth watching at least a little bit of it because each episode's only like 15 minutes, and like one of the episodes he tells you about. It's called Joe Para reads the Sunday service, like Sunday announcements or whatever, and he just tells the congregation about how he found the song Teenage Wasteland. That's the whole like the entire thing is him just telling them the congregation how he found this song and how he thinks it's like the greatest thing ever written. And I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Oh my god. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna share my screen.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
I
you're
was
sharing
wondering what
your
the
screen?
first one you said.
But you have to tell me what I can and cannot do.
Oh, I say go for it. I don't think as long as we
You
comment
can and
on it
cannot
every
do.
10 or 15 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, we could
I'm gonna
comment
do it
on it the
then.
whole
Based
time. We don't
on
even
my
need to
very
play the audio.
limited and wrong knowledge, let's go.
Yeah, dude, let's get sued on episode 11. Let's go.
No, you're all right. We've done far worse already.
The gang gets sued.
Okay. Can you guys hear it?
Episode. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I can.
You can't hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Just barely.
All right. So yeah, so this guy's fucking at dinner with his girlfriend's family for the first time.
Why do all these people look like they're like in the wrong room?
They
you
look
put up
like fucking
subtitles?
Dolly
Fucking
2
verify.
images. Can I?
Can
Is
you
there
hear
a
it? Like, I
fucking-
mean, I
Oh
can
yeah,
just
right there.
barely hear it. I can't hear what they're saying.
Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. So yeah, and that's good. Now we can fucking talk over it, so that's fine. Okay. So yeah, he's just meeting his girlfriend's family and eating with them for the
Oh,
first
this is
time.
OnlyFans dad?
This image right here looks like a Dolly 2 generated image.
Oh, well, that
doesn't
just
it?
means it's goddamn real now.
Yeah, that's real.
What's the noise he's hearing?
He's hearing groaning and moaning.
Well, I was trying to
He's
think of what
working.
was the first one you said, because Grill Master was a fun one, but
Oh yeah, Grill Sergeant.
Oh, this is
And then the
OnlyFans
Good
status.
ISIS.
That's the one.
Good
So,
ISIS is fucking good.
dude, I've always wanted to start an OnlyFans just because, like, imagine if it just does blow up, you know, like
And
make a bunch of money.
all you do is talk people to sleep.
Hey, settle down.
Oh
Oh
dude.
my god.
You can hear the
Here it is.
coins.
Wait. No one wants to see how the sausage gets made.
That's what it is, dude. God damn.
So now you're just a slut. Yeah. African Rose.
Oh my god. And the money just keeps fucking coming in, dude.
Well, yeah, wouldn't you pay money to see that?
Don't you think you're moving a little?
Oh.
Here it is.
You don't want to see how sausages. You'll gladly
You'll gladly sit down there and eat all the sausage.
His asshole will
Oh
never
my
be
god.
seen.
Oh dude, there was a
That's
the
fucking
other one.
hilarious.
Dude, there's a lot of them. Fucking sleepwalking cop or whatever.
I still write all the sketches that I think of in my phone all the time. I've just got a list of them. And if we ever had the means to make them, some of them are way out of reach, like way beyond our means. But like some of them you could technically film. It would just take, I mean, you'd have to have some kind of a budget.
Well, I think you should come up with like a list of a few that we could do camping, like where we could do like just on our phone. We try to like we go camping in June or whenever, and we try to fucking film a couple sketches.
I mean, dude, I'm totally down with that. Like,
You
would
pick
love to-
one. You pick one you think's possible, and maybe we all come up with one. Try to like write out the fucking thing. We got to do a writing session someday.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like on the next time we sit down to record, we can do it beforehand too. We don't technically have to record the process of us trying to think of bits. But like we could use this as like a sketch thing and just improv it. Like we really could. We just have to really like kind of get into the character. Like today when I had you guys do the doctor and the patient, it worked. Like that was good. That was good solid stuff, man. Like and I think we could make that a thing we do all the time if like each of us just comes up with our situation. Like I was thinking of this conversation that I one time had to have with my dad, and like just something like that, and like just so many of them. Like obviously we can't talk to Scott's parents while we're on drugs, but because like we're sober now, but allegedly.
Hey,
Allegedly.
been a lot of
Remember-
talks, my parents on drugs.
Remember when you snuck out of Scott's house
Oh yeah.
and we went to Rock Creek? You came over to my house and we ended up going out to Rock Creek.
Dude, I was thinking of the other time I snuck out of Scott's house, but no, I remember that one. Scott didn't come with me that time.
Nope.
No, you left Scott at his house.
I'm such a dick, dude.
No, I'm glad. At least you went skinny dipping or whatever you did.
We did go skinny dipping, and it was all but 5 seconds because it was
Yeah.
cold.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we just went back home. It was just okay.
We literally drove out there, didn't start a fire or anything. Got out there, and then we were like, "Oh no, we had a little fire because we dried off next to it."
Oh,
Went
I
out
think
there,
we
got
had to.
naked, and drove home.
I didn't remember that. I didn't think we were out there that long at all.
I didn't think we were that either. I thought maybe we started it, got in the water, got out, put it out, and left. Like,
Yeah,
dude, it
good
was.
times.
I'll never
Well,
forget that. It was
Dude,
so
and the
fun.
fucking party that which I don't have a problem talking about this, the party we had at your parents' house, when a lot of people were there, we all ended up walking to the pool.
Yes.
Hmm.
That was a great time. That was a good night. I wish every high school party could have been kind of like that one, because that one was like we had a bunch of people we didn't know. There was like risk of people breaking my parents' cabinets, I should say. Like there was all these like weird people there that we just didn't know, and so we all just left trying to get them to leave. And we go down to the pool, and there was like 7 of us, right? 7
Oh,
or
there
8
was
of
more
us
than that. I think. I think there was more than that.
that went to the pool.
'Cause there was you, me, Scott, Bob, Dana, probably
Johnny,
Freddie, Johnny, Evan.
Kendall.
Oh God, I don't remember Kendall being there, but
Maybe he didn't go to. Maybe he didn't go to the pool, but I know he was there that night. But
yeah,
either
I'd
way,
say there was 10 or 12, maybe.
I thought there was a good amount. And we went down there, and our first thing was like everybody was talking to each other. We're like, we're all gonna be really quiet and we're not going off the high dive. And then we just got in a line and everybody jumped off the high dive.
Well, dude, and then we were talking about being quiet, and I was standing on the edge of the low dive, and you just came and fucking pushed me off, and I landed straight on my back, and I came up, and I was just like, fuck.
And the cops' house was literally right across the street.
Yeah, but dude, that hurts so bad. And you're like, bro, you were 3 feet off the fucking water. I was yelling, dude. God damn it, that
was a
hurt.
great time. That was a great time.
Everyone should grow up in a small town.
Dude, yeah, we allegedly did some other things that night, but we'll talk about that a different day.
Ugh,
It hasn't. I mean,
I didn't. Dude,
Does-
I didn't.
it's been
Dude,
more
me
than
and-
7 years.
You didn't what?
Me and Kyra and Jesse was there. Me, Kyra, and Jesse, and then Kyra's friend. We didn't even do anything else. We just walked back to your house because we were all hanging out.
Kyra, the pool one?
Yeah, that was the one where that next morning her friend was like cuddling on the couch with Jesse, and Kyra and I were kind of cuddling on the couch in the basement.
Okay, I thought that was a different party, but I could be
Jesus.
mistaken.
Maybe it was, dude. How many parties did you have at your parents' house?
5 maybe.
I
4.
don't remember. I don't remember all of them.
Well, I know that there was like Kendall, and Johnny were there for one of them. Like that was their idea. That was when my parents went to North Carolina. And
So I don't think I was a part of that one because I don't remember ever being at a party with Kendall.
do you remember a guy named Shed?
No.
Okay, well, Shed wanted to put his head through my cabinets, and he kept talking about it like all night long. He was just like, dude, like he's trash. I don't even know who this guy is. He's from McCook, just like some random dude that showed up, and he's talking. He's like, dude, I bet you $100 right now that I could put my head through that cabinet. And I was like, don't do it. And he was like, no, dude, I could totally do it. And I was like, no, like I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying don't. I'm like, there's concrete outside. You can go try to put your head through that. And he was like, he was just like, well, I'm just saying, like, if you want to lose $100, I could put my head through these cabinets right now. I was like,
It's a hell of an
I ended up-
argument.
dude, that there was another guy there too. We were all smoking a joint in the garage, and he had like some real big old lip thing, like Harold and Kumar or How High when they're all smoking when they're smoking the blunt back and forth in the dorm room, and they won't give it to their third roommate because he's got the lip thing. You ever seen that?
Oh yeah, dude, I haven't seen How High in so long.
Dude, we full on did not give this guy the joint because of what was on his lip. Like, and then
Ew.
he ended up like sticking his hand into the rotation when it got to the end of it, and he hit it, and he tried to pass it to me, and I was like, oh, I'm good.
Dude, I know that for a fact when I was younger, like I didn't give a fuck I just didn't give a fuck. And when I graduated, so I was going to school in Hastings, and I came to my sister's house in Grand Island one weekend, and or it was around Grand Island, I don't know. Anyway, she had some friends at the time that aren't known for being the cleanest, best people, and her baby daddy was just there. We're all partying, and one of her friends, she has some friend girls there or whatever, and Michelle's baby daddy asked me like, hey, I'll pay you whatever, I don't even know how much it was, like $20 or something, if you go ask that girl if she has genital warts. And I was like, all right. So I walked up to her and I was like, hey, do you have genital warts? And she got all mad. And she's like, no. And she just walked out. And her friend that was with her came up to me before, because she was going to leave with her, and she was like, yeah, she definitely has genital warts.
No
Like,
shit.
"Oh."
You ever before, like, if you're at a bar next time and there's a girl there and she's like hitting on you, guys are getting it off, just ask her that, because you're either gonna piss her off because she has them, or she's gonna be like, why would you ask me that?
Yeah, exactly.
Either way,
Oh,
she's
it's
gonna
okay.
get
You
pissed.
passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you passed. You don't have them, I can tell. Because I know when a girl has genital warts.
I can usually smell that sort of stuff.
That's so funny.
Reminds me
That's
of
so
that.
funny. It was we're not gonna say names because this is still kind of recent, but I'm just gonna do one thing and you'll get the reference. Come on, you got this. Come on.
Do it again.
She walks in. Anthony goes.
And I don't know who it is, but it sounds like something I would totally do.
You had found a piece of paper on the cabinet, like the countertop, that had talked about chlamydia. And the girl whose piece of paper that was walked in, and as soon as she came in the room, you were just like mid conversation. She walks in and you just go, and she's like, "What was that?" And you're like, "Nothing." Like, she turns around and leaves. And he's like, and we're just like, "Dude, what the fuck?" She's like, "Oh, I found this paper today to do us. It's chlamydia." And Anthony's like, "She's got the clap." I'll never forget that. I laughed so hard that day. That was so funny because like it was just so it was so mean, but yet if you really cared that much about people finding out about that thing, why did you leave your paper on the counter where everybody could see it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
oh god, dude, I'll never forget.
Oh, dude, I was just a fucking.
We're all
I didn't
assholes.
just didn't care. Just,
We're all assholes. It's just part of it. Like I'll never
Yeah.
forget Scott screaming on that staircase.
Oh god.
He was so mad at Anthony. So mad at Anthony.
Oh yeah, that's dark
Just, like,
times.
wanted to kill him. Just like I swear to God, Scott was gonna murder Anthony that night. If Scott would have been slightly more functional, I bet he would have tried. Because he just couldn't walk. He couldn't really do anything.
No.
And he,
was
dude,
this the Hastings house?
yeah, this
Of
is 6
course.
years ago.
Okay.
This has got to be the
Dude.
biggest piece of shit in the face of the world, right?
Dude, it was bad,
I
dude.
think of that all the time, dude. I feel so
It
bad
was
about
bad.
that.
Everybody has those nights, but I don't remember why he was so mad at me. I don't remember that because I eventually was like, Mitch, he's your problem. I got to work tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why I
it
was
was-
mad at you.
I don't remember why either. But I mean, we've all been assholes. Like, you know, I Anthony's only told me one time ever where I think he meant it, and he turned around, looked me dead in the face, and he goes, "Fuck you, Freeland," and then turned around and walked away. And
I
that
know
was
exactly
like,
what time it was.
yep. I was like, and I knew. I was just like, yeah. So I walked behind you like 40 feet and just walked back to your house with you because you wouldn't go with me. And I was like, and then like we got to the door and you like literally didn't, like I was gonna come in and you just turned around and shut it, and I walked home. And like yep, you were mad at me that night. I'll never forget
Dude,
that.
yeah, I was so mad, dude. I forgot that I just literally did just look you in the eye and just said, "Fuck you, Freeland."
All you
Just
said to
one.
me. You didn't tell me why you were mad, and like you just, because I was like, dude, like what? Like I didn't understand why you were so pissed off. But then it occurred to me later on the next day when I remembered, because I went over those railroad tracks and that train, I saw the light. Like it was there. You told me, you tried to warn me about it. And I didn't know that was happening. And then when you guys like, whoa, where the hell is he at? You turned around and went back to the train tracks because you were like, did they get hit by that train? Because you didn't
Yeah.
know. And then it took you like an hour and a half to find me. And then
Yeah.
you were, yep. And I made people late and I got people in trouble. And Anthony hated me for an entire night. It was pretty great.
Yeah, I was fucking mad because I felt so bad for Joe too, dude, because he
Dude,
was supposed to be home and you
Yeah.
fucking got him grounded.
I did. I got him grounded. It was my fault. Yep.
Yep.
Well, good
Yeah.
nights in that pasture, man. We had some good nights in that pasture.
Yeah, those fucking good times. Good
See, if
times.
you live in a
Remember
small
burning?
town,
My mom literally told us to take that chair out and light it on fire.
so we
Remember
did.
that?
So we
She was
did.
like, she's like, just go burn it. I don't care. So we just set it in the middle of this super dry pasture and lit it on fire.
I still have the video on my phone. See, if we'll put that on the Patreon so people can come back to this episode, hear this story of how Anthony's mom says, guys, get rid of that old chair for us. I'm like, what do you want us to do with it? She's like, I don't know, just take it out and burn it. So we took it out to the pasture. We poured some gas on it and then we lit it on fire. And we proceeded to take out our, at that point, not cell phones, iPods, and record it. And then we started the grass on fire. And Anthony goes, whoa, dudes, like in the video, you can hear it. And he's like, whoa. And, and I was like, I kept saying, hang on, just give me a second, because I was trying to get a good shot.
Well, we had the hose real close. It was all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you had that well. You had the well that was right there that we were able to get water out of. So
Yep, that uranium enriched water. You know how we
yeah,
do out there,
we were super safe as could be.
dude. Like I think back now, obviously there's probably multiple scenarios where we should have been seriously maimed or dead, but so haven't seen a rattlesnake in a very long time. And they were everywhere at that pasture. And we were
Yeah.
just so cavalier. We'd sleep on the ground. We'd just go like wandering and just didn't give a fuck. And now I'm like, dude, I want to go through any of those trees out there ever now. Like,
I never thought of that. I
I
that
never
was
did either.
never
Like
in
you
my
said,
mind.
so cavalier. Like we just walked. We did everything out there.
yeah,
Never thought of it.
and we killed a lot of rattlesnakes out there.
Dude, I didn't like. I remember going out there with God. We can't ever say names, but Aaron. I went out there with Aaron, and it was the night that maybe you were there, Anthony. Maybe Scott was there. I can't remember. We were smoking salvia, and
Hmm.
like I remember like we all went out there to the pasture. We kind of parked. It was just like a couple of us because obviously Aaron doesn't do that, but he's Aaron's our cool friend who wants to make sure that we're safe. And so we're smoking salvia. I remember, dude, like the world turned into 2D planes that like I could have, where like they built that new house just down the road from where the pasture is. You could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Like I could have taken one step forward and I could have been at that location. Like it was just a 2D plane that existed. The entire world was these levels of 2D. And I remember like walking through the grass, just like really tall grass in the middle of the summer, and just I never ever once thought that I'd get bit by a rattlesnake.
Yeah, that was never. I mean, a lot of times I went out there with my dad and we'd find them and not like try to find them, but he'd be having me like kind of organize some shit out there. And yeah, there'd just be like a shitload of snakes. One time there's a really old boat that wasn't ours, it was already on the land. And Johnny and I were gonna go like move it and just get it out of there. And we pulled it over and there was like 3 fucking rattlesnakes just under this boat. I mean, they were
We climbed on
everywhere.
that boat. We used to like fuck around on that boat too.
Dude, they're fucking everywhere out there. And we were just like, not giving a fuck.
I wonder if
That's
those
that's
signs are still out there. Those signs I bought legally and buried out in your garage.
Yeah, the ones you hit out there and I didn't
Allegedly.
even know about. Like,
Allegedly.
that was after we graduated, isn't it?
Allegedly.
Yeah, sure.
Gotta remember that, guys.
I mean,
This
because I don't.
alleged.
Everything is allegedly.
Everything that we say here today is alleged. This is a podcast, for Christ's sake. We're here
The
to
only thing
entertain.
that there's physical evidence of that ever actually happened is there's probably still some pieces of burnt chair out there. But
Nah, dude, that's and the only thing that would be left would be the 4x like the frame of the bottom. That would be the only thing left because I know for a fact after that chair we tried using it for things like to hold other
Yeah.
stuff. Like remember we made that like like we were just taking the picnic table and we turned it up on its side and then we took the chair.
We burnt that picnic table.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah. Tyler had sex on that picnic table.
let's not talk about that. let's not talk about that because it's true, and there was a burn mark on that table when it happened.
Yep. Yep. God damn it.
Dude,
Yeah.
we had some good times out there. I swear. Like, and to anybody that knows of these areas and of the people we speak of, just know that like we had nothing but fun, and we were safe. We never hurt anybody. We never hurt a single person except for maybe with our words, and I'll take that.
I definitely did. I definitely hurt people in the words. I hurt
Oh,
myself.
Dude, I'll never
jumped
forget
up-
some of the things I did to people with like just words, just like mocking. And I feel bad about it now. I really do. Like there was a
Yep.
girl in our class that we mocked because she threw up at our senior party, and she was just like hurling over the side all night long. And so I was just tired of hearing it. And so Jeremy and I just sat on the back of this truck and we're just like, ah, ah. and she kept saying like in between the throw up, she'd be like, stop it. And we just kept going.
Where's the gun?
Am
Yeah,
I
that's
being
bad one.
loud? Yeah, those are funny, man. Those are really funny.
Oh, dude, I think my Aerosmith shirt is still hanging up there. Bob says it is anyway.
It is, for sure it is. Unless it came down just because of gravity and the like rattiness of the t-shirt. But like it's otherwise it's still gonna be there. Nobody's going out to that place. Like that place is it's almost like a landmark at this
It's
point.
preserved.
Then there's a thong. There's a thong hanging up there too. Then
Yep. I remember that. Dude, you just at the party, that party was so funny. It was packed with people, full of people. And Anthony is telling himself that he thinks that everybody at the party is gonna get naked with him. And he's just like, oh man, are we getting naked? And only one person is paying attention, and it's Bob. And Bob has a camera, and Bob's just like, yeah, dude, do it. Nobody in the video is looking at him. And Anthony takes off his underwear and goes, oh my God. And then Bob comes up to me later and he goes, hey, you want to see a video of Anthony getting naked? I was like, what? And he's like, and it happened in the living room in front of everybody, and nobody saw it. It was so funny. Dude, the Creek House was a great
For
time.
God, over like 30 minutes, you just run around. Oh yeah, everyone's getting naked, right?
Oh, dude, it's so funny because it actually happened. That's a true story, allegedly.
oh
Oh my
forgot
God.
about that, man.
Dude,
Dude,
That's too
one
funny.
day I left there with Kyle and Nicole, and they took me back to my house. I was fucked up, obviously, and I woke up the next morning on the couch in the living room to my dad saying, "Why'd you sleep on the couch?" As he was just like walking by, and I was like, "What? I don't know." And I'm sitting, not even laying. And I look down, and I'm just covered in my own pee. Uh,
Your dad's a
and
fucking
I
baller.
I couldn't find my phone, so I went out and looked. And when I got out of the pickup, it fell. And so I found like I had to go on a fucking Where's Waldo hunt. I found my phone. I had to find the back of it. I had to find the battery. Like all just around in my yard. I don't know what I did when I.
and that's something like our like generations before us can't relate to us in that same way because when we were getting drunk in high school, we had so many things to keep track of: cell phones, like wallets, like car keys,
iPods.
girlfriends. Like it was like there were so many things to keep track of that you were bound to lose at least two of them throughout the night.
Dude,
Like,
yeah. So you're never gonna. They'll never know. Like the iPod, having to have something for your phone and having something for music.
yep.
Like they'll
Yep.
never.
Well,
Well, like portable music.
I'm thinking most of the stories are just searching for things, like walking through the Creek House grass looking for phones.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's
So many
3
hours.
stories there.
Hours.
And there's no service down there, so you'd be like, yeah, you call it. It's not gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
can't make
matter.
it ring.
It'll light up. We
Dude,
can find it.
dude. Like
Dude,
the parties at the Creek House, we should go again. We should go.
Oh, for sure.
Tyler busted his fucking iPod in front of my house once. I mean, threw it on the ground as hard as he
Dude.
could.
The day I fucking like got it too. Like that was like I had it for like a month or two, and I got a new sticker to put on the back. And it was that Warp Tour sticker that like made it.
Yep.
I custom made it so I could put it on the iPod, like the front and the back. And I took off down Anthony's driveway on a skateboard, and I hit a rock immediately when I hit the street in my hand. Windmills all the way around, and I just threw it on the ground. I just smashed it, and I was like, God damn. I was like, that thing's. I remember screaming, just like, God damn it! Anthony just starts
Yeah.
laughing, and I'm like, no, I was pissed. I was so mad. I had to buy a replacement for $110.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
I remember that. I was like, serves you right. Because I
Dude.
didn't have an iPod, so I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, and I had to literally like I went around that next day and I had to go repurchase it. And then your cousin or your brother's cousin or your brother, one of the three, stole my iPod from his house.
Hmm.
Remember that
Remember that
party?
one.
That was in college. We had a huge
Oh, I
party
remember
at
that
DJ's.
party. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was we had a huge party over there, and we were there like I got wasted that night. And I left.
Where
and
at?
my iPod at DJ's at the Ice Castle. At the top, the third floor.
Oh, at
apartment.
the apartment. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it was I left my iPod there because we were using it to play music that night. And I left and I came back the next day and I was like, hey man, I left my iPod here. And he goes, oh yeah, it should just still be plugged in. And I went over there to it and it was gone. And I was like, it's not there. And so your brother, like 3 months went by and I kept like asking him about it. And he eventually told me, he's like, yeah, I think my cousin took it and sold it. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, why? Like it was jailbroken. It doesn't have music that he's gonna like on it. Like it's got like 4,000 songs that he'll never play. And
Yeah, I don't remember that, but if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably DJ. Like DJ's
know.
in prison right now. So I mean, let's
I thought he got out of prison.
he did, and then he went back in.
Damn, what'd he do?
Damn.
Did he
He
rob a
wasn't
gas station?
he wasn't following his probation at all. Wasn't like going to meetings, and I think he was just got doing drugs again and just
Yeah, he came out and went right back to it.
yeah.
That's
It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. You like fucking life's a bitch. So
And then you die.
yeah.
You go to prison,
Life
and then you die.
sucks. And
Yeah.
then you die.
And that's when I got punched in the back of the head.
Dude, we just saw those guys up here in Lincoln like 3 or 4 months ago.
Really?
Maybe not even that. Yeah, we saw them here in Lincoln. It was awesome. No. At Royal Grove. That's where we saw them. Royal Grove,
I
Upon a
know that's
Burning
it.
Body. We saw some crazy heavy bands too. Like I don't even remember them all. Upon a Burning Body was who we went there for, but there were some good ones there.
I haven't seen any heavy music in a while. Probably well, I did remember. I guess we went last year if you want to consider that heavy. But Beartooth wasn't heavy. Beartooth was fun though, dude. He put on a good show.
That's a kick-ass show. That's a really kick-ass show.
He
So
jumped.
guys,
He jumped in.
I think we're coming to the end here. It is 10:52.
Yep.
So we've been doing this for a while though,
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
and only like 25 minutes of it wasn't recorded. So maybe even less than that.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So do you guys? Do you guys have a close off? Because it should just be you'd be dead.
Well, that was episode 12, right?
Yeah,
11?
it's episode 12
Episode 12.
of You'd Be Dead.
And then just everybody just kind of poke their camera and go, "You'd be dead."
And I say, bye, everybody.